in the chat and shit. Chill.
Already, yo.
Right, I'm about to go live right about now.
He said, guys, I got it. On my PDF. Can't even just open up a window next to this.
Why you trolling, yo?
Okay, yo.
Why you trolling? Already?
Nah, y'all apologize.
Let me see if I can pull up the chat. Make sure we live.
Let me see. Let me.
Yo, remember when you used to get that whole live streaming thing like in Arabic or Spanish?
Yeah, we're live. We're live.
It might still do that shit.
I haven't gotten that in months. Like,
Man, that was like Black Ops 2. I got screwed. I used to have to play with German players all the time, and like they, people just start sending you random requests and shit. That shit said Black Ops 2 Ein. Like he sent me a invite to play. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Ein Schwarzenegger. I'm like, yo, I don't know, bro.
How did you get linked up in Germany? How did that happen?
No, the Black Ops 2 servers, bro. I was playing people from
that's how it
Indonesia, everywhere but the U.S. They had me playing with all players of all kinds. I gotta watch what I say because it's likely that somebody in here. Where did he say he was from? Bangladesh. Somebody said they was from Taiwan. Like they be out here watching the podcast, brother. Shit is
from an island that only has like 400 people and shit. True. Shout out to you.
Tom.
All right, looks like Tom Brady has been suspended, but I think it's
he trying to take it to Supreme Court now.
It's a little too late for that. He didn't already ate. He didn't already won. You can't come back and try to take that away. Just let it go. Damn. Really?
What
happened, bro?
First last show. I've ignored every one of these. Seems uninteresting.
I saw that.
Well, motherfucker.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the goddamn show.
Seemed uninteresting. Fuck this.
Put some respect on the GMG.
You ain't from Kenya.
No.
You ain't from Kenya, bruh.
No respect.
We got Ocean Henry in Toronto. Bro. We got Joshua from Germany.
Okay.
Oh, we got my man from Brooklyn.
Of course, Chase ass.
Yeah.
That's like that. Yo, that's like a whole like private city on their own. Brooklyn, man. True.
Chill.
Shout out to y'all from Brooklyn, man. I'll be out there soon one day.
We live.
Play Nintendo.
We gonna get to that, and we got some good questions today. Man, we started to get some good comments. How many emails are in the thing? What?
Ooh.
No, I don't. I think we had like a few, like 20 or 30.
Okay.
Damn. Yeah.
What you about to say though? You about to troll?
Yeah. No, I was gonna say, imagine somebody would have been like, I'm from Bangkok, though. You would have said pause on that.
That's the only time I'm saying pause. If somebody says they going to Bangkok, that's the only time you're gonna get a pause out of me.
What if they say they from there? What if they said they from Bangkok?
Can't pause a whole fucking place.
That's the only time I'm saying it.
Gotta put some respect on his location.
That's it.
Right.
Of where he resides.
Bangkok. Pause.
You from Bangkok? Yo, pause, bro.
Hey, pause, bro. I dare you.
From Nigeria. Y'all, they lying. They just put.
Yeah, somebody just said Nigeria. That was
Antarctica. I don't even think they got TVs out there, man. Stop playing.
Oh my god.
Don't do that.
Nah,
they got
Ricky, you on your own with that. We don't concur.
Yeah, that's all Ricky saying.
We don't concur at all.
I didn't even say nothing wrong.
Yeah, I see you out here.
Yeah. I didn't say nothing.
Mississippi, okay.
Who said Mississippi?
Mississippi?
Tennessee, okay.
Mississippi's.
Yeah, I caught a Venusaur in Tennessee.
Atlanta.
So let's go.
Yo, most people from Mississippi don't tell you they from Mississippi. I'm surprised. Go ahead, though.
Why's that, though? Like,
I don't like Mississippi. Yeah, shit trash. I'm from Mississippi, so I got the right to say because I'm from Mississippi. So, yeah.
All right.
Shit trash.
See, I can't even find Mississippi on the map.
It's about time. We got 400 people in here today. We trying to get this 1,000.
Oh, he said 36 inches of fun.
36 inches of fun, yo. I went on Amazon and I bought economy-sized box of super ropes. They all 36 inches apiece. The bigger the better.
Oh wait, you said super rope?
Yeah.
Super rope.
These little candies, I ate a lot of it. Only you see, I ate.
How many inches?
I probably took about 30 inches.
Come on.
I can't.
I'm talking about candy though. This is 36 inches, bro. What you mean? I got a whole box of these upstairs. Y'all don't like super rope?
36 inches of fun. All right.
Right, yo.
I see what kind of show this is about to be already. I see what direction we headed in today. Alright, we now have 500. We got Rick Johnson from London, England. Let's go ahead and get the show on. This is GMG episode 124. And we have We're down a member of the squad, but Prophecy is getting his PC build together.
Yes.
He shall be returning very soon. Plus, he could join us on the glorious PC platform, which we'll get to that. You know what? I'm still bothered about that troll from earlier, but I'm not gonna bring that up right now. My man said every time a game come out, he got to spend $1,200. So let's go ahead and get the intros out the way. We got returning 6-man off work today, Terry.
Hey,
What's good, everybody? It's just, I'm not a 6-man anymore. I'm more of a role player. I just come in and play a role for a while. What's up, y'all?
That's what a 6-man is. Okay, I'm fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? I let that rock. All right, we're gonna swing fame. Is this time number 3?
It's 3.
Okay, well, you are no longer a guest in here. You want something, you get it your damn self. I'm not gonna ask you if you want no water or nothing. Introduce yourself.
I got no intro, man. KingFame 4. I do all my games. I'm glad to be back. That's it.
Damn.
Straight like that.
hey, short and sweet. Okay.
Yes.
Pass it over to Ricky. He didn't bring his legendary glasses today. The shades.
Yeah, I got him right now.
Oh, he get boom.
Let's get raw. All right. Now what's going on, though? I have my boy Terry back after a long way. I know he's been working, getting his thing together. He joined the PC Master Race. You already know. Got my boy KingFame in here, though.
Hey.
We got a bunch of good news, and after I'm gonna be live streaming some of the GTA 5 cunning stunts. I don't know that name sounds weird. I'm gonna be live streaming that afterwards. So if y'all with it on the PlayStation to join, just hop in afterwards. But let's get this going, man.
All right.
I can't take you serious with them shades on. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Let him finish though. So I can finish so far away as soon as he got done.
Yeah.
Don't I look like someone?
All right. Last but not least,
You like GameStar? Nah, chill.
we got Abel.
All right. Yo, CLK, you're an idiot. But shout out to everybody. What's going on, guys? Shout out to the 600 people we got in here already, guys. Make sure you like the video. Let them know that we're out here talking games, having fun. Shout out to my boys here. Freaking, we got Terry back in the building. Always a pleasure to have you on. And also, we got KingFame in the building. So let's talk games. Let's do this. Shout out to everybody, guys. Make sure you like the video.
He was about to say King Keemstar. I know
He's
he's
about
about
to do it, yo. I know he was.
Hey, Abel, you should have.
Furthest thing out my head.
Hop in
Nah, he
there.
almost-
Take some
almost sounds
stabs,
like it.
man. Shit.
Bro.
Nah, bro.
Once again, if you didn't know, the podcast is available for free download on SoundCloud. And then podcast actually got me through a couple long days at the house trying to work on some stuff, furniture and shit. So, matter of fact, shout out to Weapon World. I listened to their podcast. I listened to the co-optional podcast, Total Biscuit. So them two podcasts got me through about 4 hours of putting furniture together. Also, if you got questions, in the description, there is a GMG fan mail. Send any questions, or if you have anything you want to say, feedback, or you just want to say something, anything, go ahead. Feel free to leave us an email, and let's go.
Chase, is that link down below, bro?
It's in the description. Yes, sir.
All right, guys. All right.
It's in the description.
There we go.
All right, so let's start with
Thank
the
you, Rick.
usual.
Thank you.
We're going to do our deals. Abel, what I need you to do this week, I need you to
what's up?
slow down. This motherfucker be like,
Yeah,
David,
bro. You know what? No. Look.
Look,
I actually
4K.
played back the thing, right?
Yeah.
And I was like a crackhead, bro. Like I was like, yo, nigga, you're too fat. Like
No,
I was
he be trying to get in and get out, motherfucker.
Yo, all right, so
All
here we go,
right,
guys. Nice
Here we
and
go.
slow. Here we go.
There
So
you
the
go.
releases
Yourselves.
for Tuesday, July the 13th is as follows, guys. You have Call of Duty Black Ops 3 Descent DLC for the PlayStation 4. This is soon to come to the Xbox One, probably within a week or two, okay? Also, we have Resident Evil 5 for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One coming out. That came out Tuesday, just yesterday, guys. Also, you have Song of the Deep, which is a indie title that is upon the PC platform, PlayStation 4 platform, and Xbox One platform. Also, we have Necropolis that is on the PC that came out this past Tuesday. So that's all the games, all the highlight games for this week. Okay, so next, let's go into the deals, guys. We have the new egg BioShock triple pack for $10.50, guys. So you could get BioShock 1, BioShock 2, and BioShock Infinite for $10.50 with the purchase code that they have there at the checkout. So check that out. Also, we have the Humble Bundle Revel Mode Bundle, okay? So if you donate up to $15 or more, you get Golf with Friends, which I've been playing like crazy on stream, Splunky, and Rocket League, and others, guys. I think you get collectively all together, I think you get 8 or 9 top titles for $15. So check that out. I think you would enjoy that. Also, courtesy of Bundle Stars, they are having a Indie Legend bundle, okay? You receive 8 games, 8 indie titles for $3.50. Now this is all redeemable via this. That's total for $3.50. You get eight indie games, guys, and these aren't particularly throwaways. Okay, so you have and they're all redeemable again via the Steam store. Okay, so you get Party Hard, Skullgirls, and Lethal League, just to name a few. Some of them are kind of old, but some of them are still hold true today, and a lot of people still play them. So check those out. And also, Amazon Prime Day, guys, you can save 50 to 85% on select titles. Okay, there were so many deals here, guys. No kidding. Like, there was so many deals. I had to just take the whole link from Reddit and post it in the stream. The list that you see going on in the slideshow here that Chase has going on, guys, that's the deals. There's like probably over 100 games on sale, guys, and I'm talking about relevant shit. So. Check it out. If you're not an Amazon Prime member, please get on that. Save 20% on all your video games, guys. And yeah, that's all the deals for this week, guys.
That's what I'm talking about. He took a breath and shit like that.
Right. Yeah, I was crackhead last week.
Deals, out of deals.
I fucked that up, bro.
Deals. All right. So, before we get too late into the show, let's actually talk about the 3 questions we got in the fan mail. So ask some good questions today. First of all, we're going to start with Alex Smith. Shout out to you for sending us an email. Alex asked if we could pick 5 games, he said he's a big fan as well, that we can take with us on the island. What would they be? And if it's a multiplayer game, the online would have to be when it was at its best, like Call of Duty 4 had just dropped. So his 5 is...
Can you extend the actual email?
Make it a little bigger?
Yes, sir. Yeah. So people,
give me 1 second.
Yo, shout out to you for the question, though, man. Thank you.
Here we go. This shit big as fuck now. There we go.
Just cover me, fuck it.
I'm gonna cover your face. So Alex is rocking with Resident Evil 4, Metal Gear Solid Legacy Collection. I feel like you cheated because you get about 5 games in there, sir.
Bruh, he said collection. Come on.
That's cheating, bro. That's null and void. Final Fantasy VIII, The Warriors, and GTA Vice City. By the way, the Weevil's not good. Inside joke for the Call of Duty videos. Okay, that's a great question. All right, so we trapped on the island. We only got 5 games. Multiplayer can be included. Who wants to go first?
I'll try to go first.
Try.
Yeah, try is the key word.
Wait. Before you go, Terry. Yo, did he say anything about different consoles?
He didn't. He just said any 5 games.
Right, cool.
Oh, so that's any platform. So any.
Right.
Okay.
Even if it's a PC game, we're just specifically going off of just the game, right? All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. First, Killer Instinct.
Okay. All right.
Well,
You're
hold on.
there at that.
Do you have all the characters?
He said if it's a multiplayer game, you pick it at its peak. Right now, with Season 3, it's at its peak. So, yeah.
All right. Okay.
Killer Instinct, Skyrim, probably Modern Warfare 2 at its peak. And then Mass Effect 2 and 3. That's 4 games, ain't it? And I think I need one more. Shit. One more. Fuck. Oh, GTA San Andreas.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Okay.
That's a good one.
All right, I'm a little bit surprised. I didn't know you was into Mass Effect like that.
That's my shit.
Okay.
That's my shit, bro.
All right, well, speaking of Mass Effect, it's only right that when you say Mass Effect, we have to now pass it over to Abel. What's your favorite?
I was about to say, is it a console seller, though? Is it a console seller, you know? So this list is actually really tough. That's a great question. All right, so we have I said for myself, Call of Duty 4, Gears of War 1, Rocket League, Tomb Raider, the first reboot of the reboot series. I forget the full title of that. And the last one, I'm really stuck. I'm really stuck.
So wait, you said Tomb Raider?
Yeah.
League, Modern Warfare
Gears
2?
of War 1. No. Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Okay.
The first. Yeah.
Gears
And
of War.
and my last one,
Okay.
I don't know. That's tough.
Come on, man. There gotta be something, man.
Okay. I mean, that's too easy. I would say H1Z1 then. H1Z1 because I play it.
Okay. Fair enough.
That was a great question, though. Great question.
That's a dope ass question.
All right. Fame. You wanna hop in there?
I knew it. I keep it. I don't know. I keep it simple. So my first three will be like Madden, then 2K, because I love sports, and then Rocket League, and then GTA San Andreas, and then my last one will be a throwback. So it'll be Conker's Bad Friday. Yeah.
People don't know about that Conquer Bad Friday.
Bro, I used to love Bad Friday. I played
got
shit. That shit nice.
Okay. All right. Ricky, you want to go?
Yeah, I'll go. If I had to choose 5 games, I would most likely pick Kingdom Hearts 2. I would pick shit, this is difficult.
It is. Great question.
I would probably pick Modern Warfare 2 without a doubt. I would pick. I'm thinking either Contra Hardcore. I don't. Damn it. Yeah, GTA San Andreas. I would probably pick. I would probably pick. If say Sun and Moon comes out, I'll pick one of those games from the 3DS that comes out this year. I'll pick one of those. That's 4, right?
Yes.
I would. Damn, this shit is difficult, yo, because you gotta like really then choose.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you know what? I would probably pick like H1Z1 too. Yeah, I would probably pick H.
Yo, is that Michonne?
Yes.
What my
She
shit?
looking thicker than a snick. All right.
Come on, man. Don't be out here.
Yeah, but
I was looking up my Sean.
As Chase would say, that ass.
no, she is butt.
What you mean? Wait, in the game?
In real life, bro.
Oh, in real life. Okay, yeah, nah, true. You facts. I ain't gonna hold you up.
My Sean, man. Come on.
All right, Rick, you got one more?
Yeah, it was gonna be either Killer Instinct or.
I thought she only had 3 minutes.
Oh shit! No, my bad. Not
Bruh, he had the longest time.
I meant H1Z1 or yo choke.
No, you said Killer Instinct.
Nah, never in my life. Midnight Club. I'm sorry. Chill. I would pick Midnight Club. Pick a racing game.
Okay.
Ricky be the
And shout out to that
angriest
person who
nigga
said Midnight Club as well. Midnight Club in there. But yeah, yo,
All right,
chill.
let me
Never.
think. Kingdom Hearts 1. I want to say San Andreas, but GTA 5 has online. So I'm saying GTA 5 online. I haven't got much chance to play it yet. Well, Pokemon Go at this point.
Whoa, okay. Whoa, okay, Chase. I did not expect that.
I mean, there's gonna be games that I feel like are better than some of the ones I'm saying, but I'm trapped on the island. You know what I mean? That's all I have. So you want to make sure you get as many hours as you can. So that's what, 3. I gotta get a multiplayer game, so I'm gonna go with Modern Warfare 2. I want to go with Call of Duty 4, but Modern Warfare 2 is just such like fun, but it's full of shit though. So that'll make for good times. That's 4. One more. Damn, bruh.
Tony Hawk? No? Okay.
See, that's what I'm saying. Why y'all always gotta do that?
Yeah, you got him with the Mass Effect. I had to help him out.
I'm gonna go Metal Gear Solid 3.
Ooh,
Ooh,
shit.
okay.
Metal Gear Solid 3. Yeah, y'all. If y'all in the chat, y'all can't be putting goddamn collections and shit. That's
cheating.
Trying to get
That's
5
an easy
games
way
in
out.
one and shit.
Get
That's
the God of War collection, the
yeah.
Final
I
Fantasy.
could have busted out the
come on.
Mass Effect collection, right?
Bruh.
God of War collection. I mean, come on. You
Got
can't
like
do
40
that.
games, yo.
I was
Everybody else
deadass.
got 5. Some
I
bullshit.
was dead ass gonna say the Mass Effect collection until y'all said something about the Metal Gear collection.
You can't do that. All right. Once again, shout out to Alex. Thank you for the great email.
Yes,
I'll
excellent.
do my best to make sure I blur out your email addresses so they're not on the fucking stream. I apologize for that. All right. So that's the first question. Question number 2 from Cannonball 1850. I seen this question. This is actually a great question. My name is Tolerant Cash. What? Tolerant Cashew. All right. I've been given my whole life to play through games all on my own with no help. Okay, that is key. That is very important to the rest of this email.
Hearing you.
As fellow YouTubers and gamers, would you say walkthrough videos, tips and tricks, and gaming guide videos are killing the fun in gaming? Quotation. when you as a player can't find anything or get through something that is too hard for you to do in a game, people just look it up on YouTube, and that to me kills the fun and reduces the amount of time you could have been playing the game.
True.
So I will actually lead off on that. I will say, number one, I don't think any of this stuff kills the fun. I think it would kill the fun for somebody like you or some of the old school gamers like myself. I try not to go on YouTube to figure out how to get through certain stuff. It's just because that's not how I really grew up. Like, for example, God of War 3, no, God of War Ascension, the Trial Archimedes, like people were complaining that was too hard. And I was like, it took me a few tries, but I beat it without going on the YouTube. Plus, they patched it down and shit like that. Let me see if I get this gameplay back up here. Hold on 1 second. I get this back up here. So the other thing, though, you got to keep in mind that companies like Nintendo, now Pokemon Go is great, but there's not very many people on YouTube playing their games. I don't think they're getting the exposure that they would get if there were more people playing their games. Now, when you talk about taking the fun out of the game, I think it's possible, but that is all dependent on the person. Walkthrough videos, everybody doesn't watch walkthrough videos to figure out how to get past certain parts. I myself like to watch certain people's videos just because they're funny. Like, I'll watch Dashy's video. He might play through a whole game, but I'm not watching.
Is funny as hell.
That's one of the last people I'm going to watch to figure out how to get past something. And the same thing probably applies to me for my walkthrough videos as well. Now, I will say, when it comes to multiplayer, though, it does kind of ruin the fun sometimes because people don't learn how to actually do certain stuff on their own. They learn certain class setups on shooters to use and shit like that. They learn certain speed boost glitches and stuff like that on 2K. I think that does ruin the fun for some people because you actually have, like before, when there was just forums and stuff, if you knew how to do it, it was a rarity. Now you got to know how to do it to stop other people from doing it to you at this point. So I think the multiplayer side, some of the stuff does get killed with these YouTube videos, but overall, I don't think much of this stuff hurting the industry. In fact, I actually found something. If I can pull this up, it said the gaming industry made, what was it, $91.5 billion last year. If I can find that, hold on.
I kind of remember something along that.
It was like $91.5 billion. It was more than movies make. So I don't think I think people are having a lot of fun still playing these games. But that is a great question. But yeah, I don't really look up too much stuff. Every now and again, there are things that I have looked up. For example, Ratchet and Clank, trying to find all those cards so I can get the Rhino gun. I did look at some of those videos, but just figuring out how to get past stuff, I don't really do that. It's a great question, though. Go ahead, Fame. You sound like you want to jump in there.
I ain't sound like it, but I go.
Go ahead.
Just throw it at me. Nah, I think it's I think it's ruining multiplayer for sure. I ain't gonna say necessarily single player because that's up to that person if they want to look up tricks and all that. I know back in the day when you was playing like Mario, you can go and get the little Nintendo Power Book and try to cheat like that, but you had to learn how to get all those stars in Mario. You had to grind and get on top of the council and find Yoshi. But for multiplayer, it's ruining that easily because you got people looking up, say, the sports games. They're looking up money plays, glitches, nanos, and shooting games. Everybody looking up this gun, look up that gun, how to climb up here outside the map. It's a lot of glitches and shit that's like causing people to learn that they wouldn't have normally learned. So yeah, it's definitely ruining multiplayer.
Okay. Who else want to get in there?
I'll go. As far as the multiplayer side of things, I definitely agree with Chase and Fame on that. It really does take away from you just learning and having that eye-opening experience where it's like, oh, I figured out why I'm sucking or why I'm doing something wrong and how everybody's beating me. Now, as far as the story mode game, now me particularly back in the day, I used to buy strategy guides. I don't know why. I have no clue. Like, I bought strategy guides for my games, and I don't know why. Sometimes I'd even use the strategy guide. I was just like a collector of the books, so I bought strategy guides. Not per se use them all the time, but I never really seen nothing wrong if you struggled in a part to get a tip or a trick on how to do something more efficient or better with quicker time. That's just me personally. Some people don't get strategy guides or anything, and that's perfectly fine, cool. There's nothing wrong with that. But there's people that go both ways. I don't really see nothing wrong with either way, as long as you're still having a good experience and it doesn't take away from your enjoyment, I think you're fine. That's just me personally, but hey.
All right.
Let's say 2. I guess in what is it? He said reducing the time you take to play a game. That's a really good thing because sometimes some games will require you for like 60 hours. You ain't got 60 hours.
Witcher.
Yeah, you ain't got that time to put into the game. So sometimes, like for me, I bought The Witcher 3 on PC, and I didn't feel like doing all that shit over again. So I downloaded. I figured out how to do the console commands and made myself super strong. And I'm just going through the story, having fun instead of grinding all that thing. Because I don't have the time or the patience to play The Witcher like you're supposed to. And then whereas multiplayer games, I think with the tips and tricks videos, that lets like the glitches and the crazy shit and all those super techniques and stuff spread so fast that it can hurt multiplayer. But I don't think it's ruining it or anything. Like head glitch spots and stuff like that. Like you playing Call of Duty, I'm just playing, have fun, and then some dude fuck you up. You're like, what the fuck was that? And then you figure out what it is, and then you realize that it's been spreading and spreading and spreading to the point where the game can become unfun. I guess you could say it's a double-edged sword. Like it'll help. Like single player stuff, like you can do whatever the fuck you want. Multiplayer stuff, like y'all already said it can hurt, but it can also help because maybe you're a player who's having a problem with certain things, so you read something or watch a video and say, do this, this, and this, or you can do this, or try to do this, and you figure that out, and you try, and like, and then it helps you with something. Like with fighting games, I'm playing, and I'm like, how the fuck do people do blah, 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 and then I watch videos, and I'm like, and I go from trying to do the thing and fucking it up every time, so I figured out, do this particular thing, and it'll help you do this, and then that particularly helped me as a fighting game player. Like it's a double-edged sword, basically.
Terry, good job explaining yourself with that. Very good job. I wanted to say this. Also, I never got hip to the game because Chase put me on, and it was like, oh, Abel, you need to look out because people spoil the games with these like tips and cheesing thing. I never knew of this. I never looked for these types of videos back in the day, and I see now firsthand what this could do to, especially sports titles. I see a lot of people have little things that you could do to exploit sports games like crazy, and I had no clue. I never went looking for these things. So that's the negative part. And also Call of Duty. I had no clue with Call of Duty. I wasn't a big Call of Duty player or nothing, and I now got hip to it, and I'm like, shit, people are really out here fucking up the game in some ways. So it's something to look out for.
Ricky, did you want to?
Yeah. I'm really on the side with Terry because I think strategy guides and YouTube videos on helping you progress or maybe like find an item or something isn't wrong because that's basically what strategy guides used to do back in the days. But the big issue is really just the exploits or what Chase mentioned before, glitches and stuff, because when you do something like that, then that can kind of destroy the game. Like, for example, Marker J does a lot of class setup videos, and I have no problem with that at all because he plays on a whole totally different level. That's not going to make everybody play the same. But if he were to do videos on, like, glitching spots where he's invincible, then that's like, then you call out the bullshit, then that's wrong. But as far as even single-player games, I remember I didn't even know about strategy guides and stuff, and I was playing, like, Kingdom Hearts, and that took me, like, a year. You know, I was young and I didn't know where to find stuff. That just took months and months, probably like a year. But I really don't have a problem with people following up on, like, maybe because there's dedicated channels to helping you find these trophies or find these, secret items, which I don't find a problem. But if you're someone who's going to complain that a game is too short, but then again, you're over here looking up these videos and you're not looking for yourself, then you just sound ridiculous. But yeah, I actually don't have a problem as long as the videos aren't to really exploit. So. That's just me.
Yeah, and to
go ahead.
So to add on to that, Abel, I heard you say something about how in single player when you overcome that obstacle, something that's been kind of whooping your ass for like 3 or 4 hours, how rewarding that kind of feels. I think that's underrated. I think a game that's out right now that kind of reminds me of that is the PlayStation of the Month little free game, Fairy. I haven't looked that up on YouTube yet, but it's one of those games that's so tough that when you finally do it, you feel like I finally did this. I did this. Not I looked it up and cool. He said do this exactly like this. I got it. So it is kind of ruining that moment for a lot of people.
Like beating the boss, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I remember when I had got the Kingdom Hearts, the one that dropped on the PS3, the collection. I think it was on the PS3. I then went back and actually looked on YouTube to see how people were killing Sephiroth in that one way. He had like 10 gauges of life. I don't know. That shit was difficult. And people had tips and tricks. And when I did beat him, I was just like, I don't feel hype.
Right.
I felt hype the first time I beat Cloud and him.
You still gotta beat him though. Even
No,
with
of course,
the
no, yeah, but it was one of those things when I was young.
That is true.
Beating Cloud and them in the Coliseum, I was just hyped because it took me so many hours. Versus then knowing that, all right, I just got to stay on the outskirts now.
Yeah.
And, I just got to jump when he does this at a certain time. And I didn't learn that for myself. Then I can understand when people say that kind of takes away from that feeling. But then I do.
For them, but that's
not for everybody.
So Rick, for you, when you learn that strategy, that took away from you. And you were like, you didn't feel as good.
It becomes more like, damn, finally relieved that I beat it, rather than just hype as fuck that I'm like, yo, I'm a beast. Like, I just finally got through it because I had to watch somebody do it to learn it rather than me learning it myself. Like I said, it goes half and half because I'm gonna be hyped, I get to proceed on, or I beat this boss, but then I'm still sitting here like I didn't really do it on my own. Like it goes 50-50. No, I get what you're saying. Not for everybody, but I'm saying
it's kind of.
I'm gonna still be hyped. Because he was a difficult ass boss, and I was able to follow the instructions, but I was more hyped knowing that I did it on my own. And I think everybody here can agree that you would be more hyped and feel more rewarded when you know that you did that shit like on your own. It doesn't take away when I learn from somebody else at all. I'm just saying, not everybody's gonna feel like that either.
Yeah, like I said, it's kind of like if you riding a bike with training wheels and then you ride the shit on your own. You know what I mean? So once you ride it on your own, it's like, I'm the shit. I'm doing this. Fuck everybody else. This is me. You know what I mean? That's why I think. It ain't for everybody, though.
And would you guys say, like, it's more acceptable in today's time for people to actually get tips and tricks?
But the thing is, that's always existed. It's more accessible. But the Nintendo hotline, the tips and tricks actual magazine, all that stuff, the internet, these forums and shit, and these Madden
G4
guides,
TV as well?
G4 TV, all that stuff has been out. It's just more accessible now, and more people are willing to do cheesy shit to win.
Yeah.
On behalf of the casual people, like my girl, if she's having a hard time, she will turn the game off. She's one of them people, and she'll say this shit every time. I come home after a hard day's work. The last thing I want to do is be frustrated out of the game. She want to get on there, whoop the computer's ass, and get off.
She don't play on easy though.
She plays on normal. She don't like having to go through all that. If she needs to look up something, she'll look it up, no problem. There are millions of people like that. It's just that the people like us, that's not our thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get on this shit and then watch a video and figure out how to get past certain stuff. Now, what I will do is once I beat it, then I'll look at some of the stuff to see. And then sometimes it's like, fuck, I wish I would have knew that. It'd have made it easier. But I even like puzzles. God of War 2, one of them puzzles, people be acting like they're experts on YouTube all the time. But one of them puzzles, bro, that shit took me like 45 minutes to an hour. And when I finally beat that, I was like, yes. So if I went and watched the video, it wouldn't have been the same. Like, puzzles are different. But if you fighting a boss, you still got to execute. Just because you know what to do, you can know what to do and still get your fucking ass kicked. True. So it depends on what you're looking at. Like you can look up Dark Souls tips all you want. You'll still get your ass kicked.
Somebody said Game Facts. Remember, we had Game Facts.
Game Facts.
Come on, man.
GameWinners.com.
There was so many, yo. I ain't saying I ain't never look up a cheat, but you know.
Yeah.
You know what? And forums were more. I think, in my opinion, because I used to actually go like to see like some stuff with Kingdom Hearts and just other games too. But forums were, for me, more live back then. I think forums are, I guess, more live, but I'm not interested.
Only nerds was on there. Only nerds got on forums.
And now it's like people.
Now everybody's on the forum.
Now everybody's on. Yeah, it's a popular thing now.
Yeah.
And I remember back in the day where you just used to learn tips and tricks from your friends. I remember coming up playing Zelda Ocarina at a time, and I was actually learning how to beat some of these bosses from my friend, because he'd be like, "Yo, you need to attack him at this time when he does this move," and I didn't link that together personally myself. So back in the day, it was also definitely not as accessible as it is now, like Chase said. So
Chase said tips and tricks.
I fucked up. All right, let it roll. Why y'all bringing up tips in the past, though, fam?
You said run up on you with them tricks. They going in.
All right. But that was a
great
really
question.
Good question from if I can pull it back up.
Cannonball or Tolerant Cashew, my boy.
Tolerant Cashew.
What's up, bro?
These names.
It sound like a
Shut up, these names.
No, I mean, because nobody has that URL. That has to be only for him, yo. Which could be good.
I guess.
I mean, if you like your name, great. It's as long as you're okay with one day potentially selling shirts to your fans that says Tolerant Cashew. No, for real. I mean,
no, he's right though.
There's this YouTube channel that the URL is Delicious Bathwater. I thought that shit was hilarious.
How many subs up, Chase? Like, is he up there?
I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen in the video.
Okay.
But yeah,
Delicious Bathwater, poor man.
So yeah, because I think every YouTuber that started really early and didn't really plan on getting big, well, a lot of them picked a name and then they they end up like changing their YouTube name. Like even shout to Cash Nasty. Like Cash Nasty, that's his name, but his YouTube URL is whatchamacallit. Like I'm sure he was mad as fuck that he picked that. Like, you know what I mean? So anyway, next question from Zachary Young. Shout out to Zachary Young. If you were creating a main character, what are some of the characteristics? Let's try to get through this one quickly so we can get through to the topics.
I need a little like, what's the word? Context. Like what?
I'll go first, and maybe so you have an idea.
It seems general. Like
this is the thing. Yeah. This is what I was gonna say. Depending on the story, if the game or something is like dark or like moody or like something like death, like I would need him to be like unforgiving or just like, I don't know, like dead. Like damn, because the character traits you can't just say that unless we know like what type of game it is. Like maybe
right.
You know, yeah. So I think that's why you said that. So maybe like he's loyal. Because I'm thinking of like God of War now. When Mike said something about him just going out killing, you know, he was loyal or something like that. Like you have certain characteristics like that. Is he a happy person? I would just probably make my guy just like straight badass. Maybe like somebody trade him, and now he's just badass. Very it is a good question, but selfish maybe, I don't know.
That's why I needed context, because like there's just so many ways you can go.
I think it depends on the game. Right?
It depends on the type of game.
You want your stealth main character to be different than your hack and slash. They wouldn't even be the same. Right.
So should we choose a game? Should we just set it in like a Grand Theft Auto type of style, or what? Should we choose a game and make a character?
What kind of characters?
No, let's choose an era. Let's say Let's say the scene was I don't know, from the 90s, like a game from the 90s. We could say it's like a GTA if you want to go with that, but the era is also important. Like there's a lot of shit that makes up the way your character is going to be. It has to work with the scene and all that stuff. So that's a bit of a rough question.
I could think of some games that rely like Sims is huge on that, but I mean it would probably be like Brave, or like you can think of shit like Cheerful. It really depends on the type of game is there, and in hopes that it's not an Aiden Pierce where you don't even know his fucking.
Yo, man.
Well, I just wanted. I've been dying to like say that all day. My bad.
All day.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
All right. Actually,
what?
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly,
to be
honest with you,
I'm gonna go with mine. Gonna be like Mario, but he'll be black. And that's the only difference. That's all I got.
What would be like his traits? Like happy?
Nah, he'd be from New York. So yeah, Tim's on. You know what I mean?
Come on. Oh my!
It's not even a trait.
Here we go. Where's the do-rag at, bro?
Abel, I mean, Ricky, you sound mad, man.
He says not even a trait.
Not a trait, man. I'm talking about
Hey, yo, but you probably got Tim's in the closet though.
I don't wear Timbs, man.
But do you got them in the closet?
He got them on right now.
I wear lugs.
Lugs.
You gonna lug your ass up off the podcast if you got them on your feet.
Got them Birdman lugs.
Oh shit!
And I always make sure the character is charismatic. That is number one, I think, with any character. Like that would work across any time, any scene, any game. Is as long as the character is charismatic. If you don't have that, then that just something about that element is missing. And like for me, even let's say Assassin's Creed, that's what separates Ezio from Connor or Shay or any of the other characters. He is very charismatic. Even though the scenery might be slightly different, still, the game is pretty much the same as far as the way things look in the time periods and all that kind of stuff and the technology that they had available to them. So even Desmond has some personality to him. So if you look at that person versus like we can use Aiden Pierce again, or the main character from Far Cry 4, which nobody knows his fucking name, or even Far Cry 3's main character. You got to make sure your character is charismatic. I think that might be like the number one thing. So whether different things make different people that. So like Geralt from The Witcher. He's not like overly excited and all that, but he just had that thing with him that still made him like, this dude is a beast. You know what I mean? So I don't know, but that's probably the best answer I could possibly give with that question you gave, sir.
Well, like with Geralt, like he feels like a person. Like he feels a way about things, and you can tell he feels a way about stuff. Like he exudes a personality, whereas like Aiden was just like there, like.
Yeah. I like that word.
See, Lob Mob said Solid Snake. I love Solid Snake.
Yeah, Snake. Yeah, Snake is a great example too.
I don't know what it is, man. But let's go ahead and let's get over to the actual news for the show. Before it gets too late, we might as well hop right into this
great
shit,
questions though, guys. Thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah. So again, if y'all got questions, send us an email.
GMG Fanmail.
If you just got something you want to say to us, just y'all know the rules, man. Y'all know the rules. Don't be playing.
Yes, please.
So let's get to this Pokemon Go. Matter of fact, Prophecy's not on the panel, but he is in the chat. Go over to Prophecy's channel. He got all the tips and tricks that you're gonna need for Pokemon Go.
The Pokemon.
Yeah, he's one of the squad.
He's out here.
There's no reason why y'all can't go over to his channel. He got a couple 100,000, 200,000 view videos in the first 2 days of playing the game. And he knows his shit. He got some vlogs actually going out and just approaching people because he knows they're playing Pokemon Go. This shit is dope. So make sure you check his channel out. So,
shit, man.
And this is just some of the gameplay that he has. I'm not going to obviously show all of his gameplay, but matter of fact, I see he got some of the team members on here on this gameplay. So, before I actually show this, let me show this. What we have here with Pokemon Go is there are actually getting ready to be more daily active users on Pokemon Go than Twitter.
Shit.
That's crazy.
That is a lot of active users for a game. Like, Twitter is huge. So, Pokemon Go is out here. I have not had a whole lot of time to play it. I had server issues the first day I played it, and I haven't really been out like that because I've been back and forth between these houses and stuff. So I haven't got a whole lot of. But the way it works and everything, I think it is dope. Like we give Nintendo a lot of shit, but every time they go through getting shit talked for a couple years, they come out with something like this. They get credit for this.
Yep.
That don't mean we ain't gonna talk about this Wii U. All that means is they do you can always count on them eventually to do something like this or an original Wii that like just kills it out there. So anyway, Pokemon Go has actually had the stock from Nintendo raise 10% in one day. They made $14 million in the first couple days. And I thought they were up to almost $1 billion.
$7 billion.
$7 billion.
Yep, went up $7 billion.
And it's not even been a week. I don't think.
Not even a week, bro.
So
crazy.
Yeah, man. If you're not in the Pokemon Go or Pokemon, I think if you just download the app, it's free to play. Just check it out. The way they do it is so dope. Now, Ricky, you played it, right?
Yeah.
So do you want to talk about it? And then whoever else has played it, y'all can follow up with Ricky, and then we'll talk about some of the other stuff.
All right. So basically. And once again, definitely go to Prophecy's channel because he's been doing like ridiculous coverage on it, man. He's really on point. He helped me out getting started with the game, so he's really been on point. So, you want me to just let them know the news that we had on it, or just basically the game itself?
Talk about the game, and then we'll let everybody else talk about the game. Then we'll bring up some of the news.
All right. So first, you pick your character. You just almost like the traditional Pokemon games. You're gonna choose one of the 3 characters to capture. It gives you a tutorial. Blah blah blah. You pick a character. Then you're gonna have to name yourself. You give yourself a name, and you literally it runs off of like GPS. So as you walk, your character walks in the game, and the whole point of the game is to capture Pokemon. Me, I think it's more of a social thing. You meet people, you go to these gyms, you go to specific areas in your city, of place, and you then try to battle up against others. Now, when you reach a certain level, you'll be able to join a team. I'll just say the three Pokemon is Moltres, Zapdos, and Articuno. I'm Team Mystic all day, with Articuno. So therefore, your role is to then try to make sure that your Pokemon has the most combat points, and then you go to whichever gym is by your area, and you try to defeat the Pokemon there, and therefore you have the same support with your guys on if you're playing as the Mystic team, if you're on the Mystic team. So then it's basically continuous. It'll continue to happen because I done taken over gyms and had other guys who support Mystic being there as well, and then you had like Moltres, I don't even know, then their team name is Valor or something like that, who then beat us. Yeah, Valor, who then beat us, and then they taken over. But I think it's fun at the same time because you go to these Pokestops, which is like, once again, specific areas in your city where they give you potions, they give you Pokeballs and other equipment and items and stuff. And you don't really, and they got a lot of microtransactions in there, and I have not bought anything yet, and I have like 200 Pokeballs just by going to all these different locations by my job. And you literally just really are there. You just become more social with people. You meet more people, and you evolve your Pokemon you got to keep capturing the same Pokemon, and with each Pokemon you get a specific amount of candies. So, for example, to evolve Pidgey to Pidgeotto, you need to have like 25 candies. Therefore, you got to capture a certain amount of Pidgeys, and when you get to that point, you then evolve him, and you get XP for that. Now, I think the cap right now is 20. I'm not too sure. I think it is 20. I think they're going to update it. But yeah, there's a bunch of Pokemon. Certain locations I know have more rarer Pokemon or more difficult Pokemon. And I mean, other than that, just to get real quick into the news portion, I think Prophecy also mentioned, because he's been really covering this news, that they're soon going to add trading. So I knew this was also going to come in the game. I don't think it's going to be as easy because a lot of people are now doing a lot of exploits with certain stuff. We'll get into that in a second, where you'll be able to trade Pokemon with one another. Once again, they're trying to make it very social and engaging with, you and the people of your community and your city. So I think that's going to be kind of cool as well. If, say, like, you caught 2 rare Pokemon and I have my own Pokemon, we could just exchange and just trade, or even for items or so. I'm not too sure. But you want me to just move now into the bullshit that's been going on?
Not just yet. Do we have any other Pokemon Go players in here?
He covered pretty much anything I could.
I have a question for you real quick, Rick. Have you been out at night doing this, Rick?
Man, what do I look like? I'm in New York.
No,
I mean, you didn't really answer his question, though.
Nah, listen, this is what I did. By my area,
go ahead, bro.
I went outside. I went outside with my cousin.
Okay.
My location is cool. We hit up a few Pokestops, and I mean, yeah, I seen some people playing, and I don't know if this is true, but I don't know if certain Pokemon come out at night. I just noticed that I see
Lord
on at night. I'm not too sure. I think maybe they updated so that don't happen. But yeah, I mean, it's the same thing from day to night. You go outside, you travel to these Pokestops, and when you already went to this specific Pokestop, you got to wait 5 minutes, which is actually a pretty decent time for it to restore, and then you can go ahead and get more Pokeballs from that location. So I think it's pretty cool. And once again, Prophecy did his vlog on it, so you can see it firsthand. Him doing it live, meeting people. This shit is real, man, and it was so fun to see him do that, and I want to see him do
right.
I just want to say just a couple things, because like y'all are using terminology that like non-Pokemon people might not know what you're talking about. So as you're walking, like Ricky said, with your GPS on, your character is moving on the screen. So you have to be out and moving. You can't sit in your house and play this game. It is another Nintendo game that is used to get people to go out and you can meet people, because you're going to see people walking with their phones, and you could assume that they're also playing the game, because there's lots of people playing it. But there are actually stops that he was mentioning, but these can sometimes be like actual places in your neighborhood. Like you might be downtown, yes. You might walk into a church to catch a Pokemon, or you'll walk into a convenience store. So those stops are actually sometimes real places that you're going into. That's why some people are complaining that all these people are coming into their business establishments with their phones out trying to catch Pokemon. So keep that in mind. The balls that you're talking about, those are obviously used to catch the Pokemon. So y'all got to specify a little bit for the noobs. I mean, I'm sure most of y'all should at least know what the stuff is.
Pokemon is, yeah.
But you know, so Ricky, you mentioned that you didn't spend any money, but you still get rewarded a lot.
Yeah, for me personally, I got rewarded a lot. Like just going to these, like Chase mentioned, these specific spots. Like they could be a restaurant. I went by Hell's Kitchen, which is in New York. It's a famous restaurant. They were actually on the map. So when you go there, it says the location Hell's Kitchen, and you get to just, I guess, on the screen you just spin the circle of the location, and then you are rewarded with like these, you know, either lures or super potions or a potion, a great ball, and just other stuff like that. But I know to really get people more engaged with something called lore, it's something that kind of brings more Pokemon to that location. It attracts more Pokemon. So when I see on the GPS in the game that certain locations, certain Pokestops, once again, either the Empire State Building or a hospital or facility or something that's monumental or like a museum, when I see that they have like these little pink flowers coming up or pink hearts coming up from the ground, that means that someone, a real person, has they call it pop a lure, which allows Pokemon to go there more. So then that's why you see so many people at these areas, because they see that on their GPS as well. So yeah, you have to move around. I know some of my friends call Pokemon in their actual backyard moving around. I think it'll be easier if you pop a lure, which is an item you get in the game. Either you could buy it or just unlock it by, I think, beating some people from the gyms or leveling up your XP. But basically that game, and I'm never going to spend money on that game either. Like, there's no need to. I am rewarded with so much Pokeballs and Great Balls in that game.
I have a quick question. Say that you see a rare Pokemon, and like, how far do you have to be to see a Pokemon in like real life terms? Like 5 feet away, 10 feet away?
All right. So
like, how does this go?
You're gonna have to know that a Pokemon is close in a specific area. Right. You will see a Pokemon or a bunch of Pokemon listed on nearby. So you're gonna click that on the screen.
Oh, okay.
They're gonna have, and thank you for mentioning that. I didn't want to forget that. They have footprints under each Pokemon. Shit, sorry for the train. But they have each footprints under the Pokemon. If there's 3 footprints, that means they're a little distant away from you. They're a little bit far away.
Okay.
As you're walking, you will see like a little bit of a highlight on the bottom right, which is the nearby Pokemon. And sometimes it'll change to 2 footprints, meaning you're getting closer, and it's 1 footprint, meaning like you're right there. And then once the footprints go away, that means that Pokemon is right there in your location. Give it like 5 seconds, and it should pop up. So I think that's definitely dope, because you know what you're about to come across. So yeah.
Okay, that's what's up. All right, thanks.
Oh, hold on, Nick. You spent money on Pokemon Go already?
Yo, Nick, man.
Nick, wait, Nick too quick? Nick too quick? Our Nick?
Yeah.
Oh.
I need answers, bro. I think the whole way they did this is dope.
Really?
Because like back in the day, we had to have a goddamn a link cable and shit.
Yeah.
With other people, and then there was no, like, you couldn't play with groups of people. It was you versus one other person. So y'all had to both have Game Boys. You had to you only needed 1 link cable, but if you wanted to battle other people, you needed a link cable. Now that's completely out. Like, everybody's able to just play. Look like there's teams and all that stuff, right?
Yeah, basically there's 3. You have Valor, you have Mystic, and forgive me, I forgot Moltres' team. I forgot the name of Moltres' team. What is it called?
Team Instinct, I think.
Team Instinct, and each of them, I guess they have their little, phrase of what they're about and what they go by. But I know that's why those specific gym spots, like you say, the hospital I work at, there's an actual trainer gym. So if I see that it's red or yellow, I'm gonna go there with my Pokemon to battle whoever's there in that location, to go up against their Pokemon to defeat them, and then take over that location. And then, maybe some people outside are going to say, oh, look, that's Team Mystic. All right, cool.
Okay.
They represent. So I think that's a cool way to go about with the game.
Rick, these different groups, bro, do they represent like something that you believe in? Or like, is it like, all right, we're healers, we're bad guys? Like,
when I was reading it, because I actually forgot what Valor's were about. I think Mystic said something about their strength. And your belief with something. That's why, and I was like, nah, I'm gonna go under it regardless, because I'm a huge fan of Articuno. Like, I love Articuno, so it has his picture on it. So I'm like, nah, I'm just going straight blue. Like, that's what I'm gonna do. But I know each each I'm gonna call it like a family, or each faction has like their own description of what their team is about. So you get
Okay.
From that point on.
Look,
Yeah, I just found it.
Go ahead, Terry.
No, I went and looked up. There's an article about each team. So this was instinct is about trusting your instincts, and what's it? Does it feel like your Pokemon innately talented? The success in battle can be chalked up to trusting your gut. It's super simple, basically. It's just the descriptions about each team. I got a Polygon article. I'm gonna post it in the chat.
Okay. Thanks, bro.
Yeah, I really think people should like at least give it a try. I mean,
it's free.
It's free, man.
Yeah,
it's
Like, if you ain't doing nothing, you got an Android or iPhone. If you ain't got an Android or iPhone, what kind of phone you got, fam?
I'm done.
Just don't. It's not even that big of a foul. I have apps and other games that are way bigger than this Pokemon app. Like, just download it. You might be shit talking it, but you got a whole bunch of dudes playing.
How many
that game.
Pokemon you got, Chase? Yourself.
I ain't got shit.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Damn.
I got the app. That's as far as I got.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
That's me too.
Yeah. So I'm
But
definitely give it a shot.
No, my girl's all in him now. I think she's like level 5 now, and she's so proud of that shit. I'm like,
and it's fun. It's so fun, man, because like that's the whole thing with me having a DS. You know, you go around capturing Pokemon, you just farm for Pokemon for hours and hours, and then I'm like, yo, on my mobile phone, like that's just one step closer to what can possibly happen with Pokemon reaching other platforms. So I was really excited to see that. I mean, Niantic, I think they
that is true, Rick. That's so true.
Yeah.
I never looked at it like that. You're right.
Yeah, and that's so, right. And it's huge, because I think Prof was mentioning that shit for so long that Pokemon Go, he had so much positivity, and when I seen that, I said that shit looked whack as fuck. Like
when I first seen it, I said that too, bro. I was like, this
right? When it first came out, it looked stupid. They did a lot to it apparently.
But it's like it's like ridiculous, super addicting. And I know the team worked on a game called Ingress, which is very similar. It's just like another thing. They have like their own version of Pokestops and stuff, and you had to travel to take over like monumental areas and stuff. So I thought it was cool. Once again, it's free. You don't have to buy or spend or participate in the microtransaction scene.
And Rick, let them know what you were saying before about you can't region switch. Either let them know, like educate them on that one,
Because this is the thing. Lord. This is the thing. I'm gonna keep it funky, yo. Let's not.
You were
on, Chase.
You always try to cheat.
But let me explain my thing, man. Like,
I'm sorry.
Listen, I was working, man. Listen, I work and I work with patience, man. So fucking train. Shit. All right, so I'm working with patience, right? And I can't move. So I don't give a shit. I enabled my location faker, right? Because I'm like, listen, I'm working, ain't shit to do, but I can't leave like my patients because they wild as shit. So I did that, all right. But you got to be careful because I did something, and I got like 30 minutes. Like I wasn't able to do shit, and it killed my life for 30 minutes because like I'm addicted to this. But I went to Germany for like about 5 minutes.
With the Germany, shout out.
Germany wasn't popping for your boy. Like they had one Pokestop, that shit was trash. I had to go back to New York. I went to Detroit, got me a black.
All in one day, bro.
All in one day, I traveled the world, baby. Like I thought I was a baller. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? I caught me a Venusaur somewhere, mad far. Like I was just like, yo, I don't even know what the location is. I'm getting it. Yeah. Japan is weak as hell, but that just my whole.
Whoa.
Whoa!
In Japan?
Let me just explain. No. Let me explain though. I don't suggest you guys do that unless
you just did though.
I know. I told them, and I'm gonna keep it funky though. I went overboard because I was so hyped that like, oh snap, I'm working, sitting down. I could move up to like a couple of steps away from my job, and I was fine. But you don't want to risk getting banned. Like I have.
You don't want to risk getting fired from your motherfucking job for playing Pokemon. Let's talk about that shit.
No, listen, my boss plays Pokemon Go, so
that ain't got shit to do with you. You ain't what?
I'm not really traveling the world though. It's through the location fake rap. I'm saying
you giving them warnings about the game, but you playing at work though.
Yeah.
No, I'm good. What, you want me to just stare at them like this, like?
At least they play on your break, though.
No. That's another thing, though. I'm keeping it real. When I'm on my break, just because I like to take walks, sitting in that unit too long is like retarded. So I turn on my regular GPS and I just go up and down Central Park because there's so many like Pokestops there, so I'm good. But Yeah, don't do it because what happens is you'll know if you're getting banned or not because you won't be able to cap no Pokemon. They keep getting out the Pokeball and they'll escape.
I heard they time you out too, right, Rick?
Yeah, they time you out. Okay. Which, if you check, I'm not timed out. I'm good. You know, I behave myself.
He's on probation. I see.
Yeah, I'm on probation. That shit scared my life, yo. Like, you don't understand. It really got me. Man. It really did, yo, and it hurt me so much.
It scared my life, though.
Bro, it did.
Ain't nobody's... Good, my bad.
No, what you gonna say, yo? Say it, yo.
No. I was looking at the names of some of Prophecy's Pokemon. That dude, Bellsprout, he got dude's name is Young Belair, yo. This dude Prophecy.
Yo, he a savage. Nah, but no, for real. Just like be careful with stuff like that. Like I don't suggest you do it if you're gonna go too crazy, go like different states, because yeah, you will get that work, and if you work real hard to like travel around and capture Pokemon. What happens is they'll block you from like just even having access to it, and if you actually spend money on the game, don't
talk about mad.
Yeah, you'll be upset. I mean, I was so hurt. I deleted that location app. I said, "Fuck it, I'll just walk outside."
And fuck it, I play the game like it was intended to be played. Damn.
Yeah, man, I'll pull out of work if I have to. I'll walk down.
I could really see somebody like starting up a channel and really traveling around the world. And actually, I can really see that.
There's this one dude. He had like, I'm gonna be legit because I was looking up stuff like how to play, and I'm like, oh shit, Prophecy's fucking killing it right now, whatever. Because this video was like #1, but I'm like, yo, see people are doing Pokemon Go in real life. There's one kid, yo, real talk, had like 200 subs, did his shit. I swear to God, 2 days later, 30,000 subs, yo.
No way.
Amazing. That's amazing.
Oh,
wow.
I could link that shit for yo. It was ridiculous. I said, yo,
I gotta see his social blade. You bullshit.
That's why, like, I give it a Prophecy, man, because he's been putting down. I give him that, yo.
That's squeak, though. All right, so what about some of this news? I know there was a couple things you wanted to talk about.
You mean address?
Let's not talk about the murder doing Pokemon Go and all that.
No,
shit.
Wait, murder? No, there was no murder.
Yeah, there was.
No, there was a body found.
Whatever
oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know what I meant though, sir.
I'm just making like because that's kind of, you don't want to mess people up with like, nah, chill, I don't want to play it now. No, somebody just found. No, it was.
Dudes
is
getting robbed, but the realest shit I said was the guy. Yeah. He's using a drone to play, and he's sitting at it in his house, and he has the phone attached to the drone, and he's just flying the drone out and catch a Pokemon from his house. Like, you can't be mad at that.
What a hustler, bro!
He's cheating.
Let's go.
But if that's how you gonna cheat, then I fuck with that. That's
he's using a drone.
Flying a drone to catch a Pokemon, bro.
So to explain that a little bit, I think originally how it started was people were driving, right? And I think you can't go a certain speed. If you go a certain
20
speed,
miles. If it goes
20 miles
above 20, you can't play.
Yeah, it's not that you can't play. I think the whole thing with getting eggs, because you also get eggs in the game. I think when you beat gyms, you level up and stuff, you get eggs. And with these eggs, you get to hatch them, just like in the original Pokemon games for the handhelds. When you gotta walk a certain amount of distance, like 2 kilometers, 10 kilometers, 5. When you walk this amount of distance, your egg tends to hatch. So some people were driving. Now you can't drive that fast, like Chase said. But I think this person was doing that as well with the drone, where they were going a certain distance, and then back then they were mirroring it to their actual computer, which is like so savage to me. Like, I mean, I can't even hate on him, dog. Like I mean, it's cheating, but then again, like I ain't even hating, though. I did a fake location app. My man did that shit with a drone. He legit, like, people out here doing crazy shit just to get to this game, just to get Pokemon.
Yeah, that's some extra shit. He said he got a drone. How much is a drone? How much them shits cost?
Like a lot of money.
For Pokemon Go? Come on.
A lot.
I seen somebody put up their Pokemon account for 5 stacks on eBay. I thought that was a joke, but that was dead ass.
Yeah, somebody had like.
I couldn't believe that.
They had a game. They smart. Hell yeah, they'll sell it.
I ain't even mad. I ain't mad at that kind of cheating. That was some ingenuity right there.
Yeah.
Like, 'cause somebody could steal your damn phone, your drone, whatever. I mess with.
Right, that's true. That is true.
What you got? Any other pieces of news about that Pokemon Go? By the way.
Well, yeah, there was what Chase mentioned before. Yeah, I forgot the location, but yeah, there was some suspects who were actually caught. They were using the lure, which I mentioned before, which was an item you use to pop in a certain location that brings more Pokemon together. And because people see that in the GPS, they know to go to that location because there's going to be a lot of Pokemon there attracted to that location. So these 3 guys already got caught, and it was told that they were also armed, but they were popping lures in these locations and then people were coming there, and I don't know if and they had like a bunch of robberies on Saturdays.
It was robbing them. That's
robbing people. That's so fucked up. And at night, 2 in the morning and shit.
That's a bitch ass move, but that was
that was clutch.
That was.
You got to give him credit. Go ahead.
Yeah.
That's a bitch ass move. I'm not saying in any way that's cool to do some punk ass shit like that, but
that's
that right there. That's some creative way to rob somebody. That. I'm gonna play Pokemon Go, a set of lore to attract people. When they get here, I'm gonna rob them. Hey.
You know what's scary about that is the fact that
that's
these
why we
guys
can't have nothing nice though. Real talk.
That's what I'm
that's
saying.
True.
Like, you can't have nothing.
Yo.
You can't meet people, places, and you know what I'm saying? Because when I saw Prof's video that day, I say, whoa, this shit was like new to me. I was like, yo, one of my dudes is doing this shit. I was like, oh snap. That I just kept Googling, YouTube and more videos of people outside meeting others. And then I read this news, and I'm like, man, why you gotta fuck it up? Like, that's corny. You know what I'm saying?
We knew
like,
that was going to be, bruh. Like,
I was so geeked out, I wasn't even paying attention. No, I knew people can get robbed. That was one big thing I said, just having their phone out. I didn't know they were going to use the features in game.
Right, in the game to bring
that's the worst part. They use the in-game feature to catch you. They ain't just do it regular.
They're not to hunt you. You come to them. Like,
right.
That's amazing.
Like, it's kind of cool. It's fucked up, but it is kind of cool.
I mean, you really shouldn't be playing. Never mind. I don't want to blame it on the people. But I think they were doing this at like early morning or late night. Shit.
Yes, 2 a.m.
Anyway, that's a bitch ass move because that right there. Now you got to worry about
2 in the morning, man. That's
crazy. Like come on, man. That's some funny shit. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's some funny shit, man. Ain't nobody get killed or nothing. Hope ain't nobody.
You know what sucks? People are like conditioned to say, "Well, what are you doing outside at that time?" And I'm like,
that's what I'm saying.
Why do
we
have to even
whenever
say
you
that?
want? Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
That sucks. In New York, I'm home by 5.
Well. For the people that's tired of hearing this, like, I'm not playing that Pokemon shit. We're going to go ahead and move on. We're going to do
Why
that.
would you say that?
We're going to do that. Because there's somebody right now, like, I don't give a fuck about Let's talk about
got
something
their
else.
off.
Talk about 2K and Madden. Get your nut ass.
Chase, come over here, Chase. You found Pokemon, Chase? I'm like, sir.
I walk over there and they pull a gun out. I'm like, sir. Take everything, man.
Take it all.
Because it's what happened is like somebody's going to have so many hours invested that the person is going to be like, yo, give me your phone. And they go, I'm giving up my phone.
He's not going to do it.
Not even give me your account. Don't even give me your phone. Give me a login now.
Give me your I just want your login. All right. If I can find it. There we go. All right. We touched on this before. I don't know how long or short this is going to be.
Yeah.
PlayStation 4 Neo, Xbox Scorpio. I'm hearing reports that some developers are really happy. I'm hearing reports that some developers are not. They're worried about having to do things like spend more money on development costs. Obviously that would include possibly having to have 2 separate teams because that's what they do now. I think even though they're saying like, yo, this is not a new PlayStation and a new Xbox. It is. Because the jump...
I agree with that.
From what I'm seeing, the jump, even though we didn't get the complete specs for the Neo, the jump from goddamn PS3 to PS4 is smaller than the jump from PS4 to PS Neo and from Xbox to Xbox Scorpio. So, with that being said, in that situation, like, the PS3 versions of the games are getting separate development teams for a lot of them. Like, I don't know if y'all seen Black Ops 3 on PS3. Lord Jesus.
They don't even got trees.
They don't have like trees and stuff like that.
They don't even got real water. That's
naturally, I would expect some of the devs to be worried about that. I mean, they'll get over it, but they're getting over it a little bit because this is definitely a new console. Because the type of jump from Xbox One to Xbox Scorpio has to be the same or bigger than Xbox One or the original Xbox to Xbox 360. So when you make a jump that high or that far, it has to be really technically a new console. So the question for everybody is, what is really like the main concern that you have for the new consoles or the new 0.5, whatever the fuck.
Right.
I don't even know. Like, what are the main concerns from like the consumer standpoint, not the devs? That like, what do you think from the consumer standpoint?
I think it's gonna be more glitchy and buggy because they're working on 2 different graphics for the games, like 2 separate almost games.
Yeah.
With 2 different teams. I feel like a lot more bugs and glitches might slip through.
Okay.
All right, and yeah, go ahead, Terry. My bad, bro.
Oh no, go ahead.
All right,
that's fucked up.
I was thinking of going off of what King was saying with the bugs and glitches. That's definitely going to be troublesome to the first adapters to these new consoles or whatever. And then also, in my eyes, kind of like splitting a fan base, or I shouldn't say a consumer base. I really feel like some of these games aren't going to be all treated equal in some way, shape, or form. I feel like they're saying right now everything's going to run the same, everything's going to be the same. But I don't think so. I honestly don't believe that. That's just me. I honestly think that some of the newer console experiences are gonna have more things that the older ones aren't gonna have. We're just gonna be like, well, probably to us we won't care, but to some other people that's a big deal, you know. And I think that's gonna happen inevitably. I just think that's just dirty business tactics that are just gonna manifest itself down the road.
For the consumer side, like whenever the Neo comes out, and then supposedly with Scorpio next year, the holiday, they gotta figure out how they're gonna tell people about it. Like when you go in the store, like how people are gonna look at it and think about it. Because remember when the Wii U was coming out, people thought it was just an accessory for the Wii. Like they gotta avoid that thing.
Yeah, they still do too, by the way.
Yeah, right. So they gotta push for that, and then I think is they gotta make it seem like you don't need a Scorpio, but they gotta make it seem like you don't need this, but it's great if you get it. Like they gotta, because games are still gonna be coming out on the Xbox One / PS4, and it's still gonna be the same game. You can play with those people. They have to make it so it's just like you. I think they gotta talk about it like Nvidia and AMD and Intel and talk about their different PC parts. Like you got a 950/960, a 970, 980, right? You got to talk about it like this thing is better than this, but you don't have to get this. You can get this. So they just got to be smart about how they talk to people about it when it actually is about to come out. Because if they don't, they fuck it up. Then it'll be like people thinking the Wii U is a Wii accessory.
Ricky, you want to say something?
Right.
Yeah, I'll jump in. My thing is, I said I was gonna buy it. I'm gonna get the PS4K 0.5 Neo Matrix, whatever.
Neo Matrix.
Yeah. But I'm just super concerned and worried because we are getting games now that aren't even good. Now, there's games out now that aren't even up to like being completed as how even PS2 games were completed. Like there's so many bugs, glitches in a lot of these games. A lot of these games are just not really, in my opinion, supported well. For example, look at what happened to Assassin's Creed. You know what I mean? And to see that developers are not happy. Now, I'm not too sure if the same feedback was given out about the Xbox One Scorpio. I know at E3 there was positive feedback given to certain developers during their conference, but I don't know if I see that Xbox One Scorpio, like they're not getting as much negative feedback, then I'm going to just be more worried for Sony's end because why is it they're saying they're going to have a difficult time to develop games on there, and then to say that they're going to split teams to 2 just means that this is something totally different than the original PS4. Because if it was just an upgrade, the same PS4, but it like had like some different upgrades to it, there isn't really a need to have different teams to work on the game. But if they have to split up the team, and a lot of the games that come out are just all terrible, and it's really just for graphic performances.
Right.
I don't even know what's gonna happen, to be honest with you. I think this may, in my opinion, be, as far as being in this generation, be one of Sony's dumbest moves. To be honest with you, even though I'm gonna buy it, because it seems like they went basically off of our feedback because we was complaining that games are in 1080p because they said the VR could run on this PlayStation 4. So I'm assuming they're not going crazy. They're making a PS4.5 only because of the VR. I know it has to do with the fact that our voices, the audience's voices, the community's voices it was being heard when we kept complaining that games are running at 900p
Ricky.
or 720p only.
Couldn't the VR run on its own, right? From what
That's
you
right.
played, right?
Well, I played a bunch of VR games, and when I asked the developers, they were like, "No, this is on the PS4. We don't even know what the
That's
4.5
crazy.
is about."
Yeah.
See, look, come on, look
it
at
wasn't
that
the
bullshit.
whole game anybody was playing.
Well, you had access to
demo?
beat the game. If you was there and you had like appointments, you can tell them, "Can you put me at this level, that level, this level?" And it was essentially just the whole game. And even if it wasn't, it's not the fact that if it's the whole game or the short game that makes it, more like better. Okay, like it runs for like 5 minutes. The fact that it's running on a PS4 period just means okay. I guess it works right on the PS4. So is this the only reason why they jumped and went ahead and made a 4.5? I don't think so. I know a lot of it has to do with the fact that we were giving them a lot of flack in the beginning. People giving them flack. You have now YouTubers dedicated to showing split tests of frame rate drops, and at the same time, it wasn't looking good, especially for Microsoft. So I know a lot of it has to do with the fact that they want to show 4K support, and now they could. But I think it's like a little late. I think it's really late for that, and I think they put themselves in a position where you're doing so good, and you might screw yourself up a bit. I don't know, because this doesn't seem like an extra version like the PS3 Slim. Or so. This looks like a totally new console.
Yes.
That's the
It
main
doesn't
thing.
look. I'm sorry.
It is.
It is.
It is.
The
It is
main
a new
problem I
console.
got with it. I wish
No, I'm
it was
saying- I
like
said look
just
like
the
a
extra
console.
console. It's a mandatory type thing almost. They're forcing every game to be compatible with that instead of it being like an extra bonus. It's mandatory. That's what make it whack.
I'm wondering now if this happens. Remember that we said this. I wonder how long it takes for them to stop making the original PS4 and stop making the original Xbox One in favor of just having
the Neos and the
Neo
Scorpio.
and the Scorpio. If that happens, I'm not
That's some
saying it
dumb
will,
shit, bro.
but
I'd be mad as hell.
if that happens, then you will know that these were definitely new consoles that they were talking about. When these consoles came out, 2013, when the specs were released, before that, they even dropped. People were saying that they were underpowered. Some people even said the console generation was only going to last 4 years. So we about to be 3 years in, and there's new consoles coming out. So even though we're not saying they're new, and the other thing, y'all as viewers, y'all got to start recognizing when something's when companies are using buzzwords.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because just because they're saying that doesn't mean that that's actually what it is. I don't know whether these consoles are going to stop being made or not. All I know is we're 3 years into the 4-year cycle that some people speculated that the consoles that we're planning on now would last, which means that new consoles would have been coming out next year. And by the way it looks, the Scorpio is next year, 4 years later. So,
and it is a new console. Don't nobody mistake that. That's a new console.
I mean, that is too much of a jump. And then we'll really know when the price comes out, when we get the price for the Scorpio. I'm thinking the Scorpio is going to be. I mean, it is going to be
$799, $899, and $999. They're gonna have three. They're gonna have.
Wait, how much, Rick? What you say?
I don't think Microsoft's going to do that because they know that the $100 more expensive for the original Xbox One hurt them.
You know why I think they're gonna do that? Because of the gigabytes. How many gigs? I mean terabytes or something like that.
Rick, what price did you say?
Teraflops.
I was gonna no, not teraflops. Because the Xbox One S, they have 3 different prices for it, based on the fact of the hard drive. I think they might do that too. The hard drive space, or they might try to hit us with one of those like, all right, we're gonna have only one specific type, and then maybe months down the road have like 2 different versions of it, like 1 terabyte or 2 terabyte. So they probably do it like that. But my question to you guys, one thing I will say is that with Sony, it sucks to say this, I could see them trying to discontinue the original PS4 because of financial reasons.
It could take 2 years to do
that. It can, but I think because of financial reasons, I can see them trying to discontinue because now they got to support 2 totally different consoles, right? We're saying that this is 2 totally different consoles, so I feel like that's going to hit them with budget, even if they're making money off of the sales. And one question I had to ask is, do you think now Nintendo was smart for the amount of time they've been taking?
Taking doing what?
Ooh.
Making the NX.
No, because
hell no.
The Wii U came out in 2012.
Terry, you it. Hell.
So
hell no.
It's going to be 5 years for them.
Well, you know what? Because you said the Wii U, I gotta like recognize that the Wii U for them was actually a console. Like they, they put that out. All right, yeah, that was a good point. They put that out as a console. Yeah,
I mentioned this before. See, and that was that. See, that was the problem with the Wii U. The Wii U and the Wii are so similar. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, the Wii U, the Wii, and the GameCube. So really, the GameCube and the Wii are so similar that one emulator can play both consoles.
Right.
You will never see that with a Sony emulator where it can play PS3 games and then turn around and play PS4 games or PS2 games.
It's such a change.
Right, because there's too much of a jump. So Nintendo, they waited 5 years. And the Wii U emulator is being worked on as we speak. So you mess around and have an emulator that could play all three of those. So I don't think that it's a smart thing. I think
you made a good point there. I keep forgetting that the Wii U existed. My bad.
Stop, yo.
I'm being so. I got one, but I totally forgot that was actually a console. Like they considered that shit a console. Because I was gonna say the amount of time they've taken.
It was a console. It should have been. I don't know what it should have been. It should have been that. That's the best way to say it. We'll see with the NX. So anyhow, we'll see. I don't want people to get screwed. The less fortunate, because you might be saving, spending your summer money and all that. And then 2 years from now, they like, only available for PS Neo. Only it's like, man, really, guys? Like, you can't put nothing past them dudes. You know how many lies both of these companies have taught us over the last couple years? We didn't even we can start with Microsoft. You can't play Xbox without Kinect. We're not giving up on Kinect.
Right.
Yeah, all right. Okay. Yeah, fuck out of here. All right. Positive news.
Oh.
Xbox is winning, bruh. I mean, not like winning like the generation. I mean, just winning for people that are interested for consumers. Yeah. So they're saying, and this is what I'm saying, like about them not making the old Xboxes or PlayStations at some point. There's going to be a trade-up program for people that want to get the Xbox Slim. And I think we're going to probably see the same thing for Scorpio. Now, hopefully, it's not just we'll give you $50. Hopefully, it's something substantial for people. But the Xbox, they've been fair with their trade-ups, because the trade-up from the Xbox 360, I think they gave you $100 for that. And that was...
Yeah, I think it was, yeah.
That was, 2-3 years ago. They were giving
$150.
Yeah, then it went up to $150, which is substantial because the console was like 8 years old, and you're still gonna get somebody $100 for that. That was more than you would get from GameStop. So I'm thinking with the Xbox Slim that you'll get at least $100.
Yeah, they already said it.
They said 100.
They said $100. You go to the Microsoft store. I don't know if GameStop is doing it, but I know Microsoft store. You get I think actually for the Xbox 360, I think it may be 50 to 75, and I think the regular Xbox One might be like 150.
Okay, 150 sound better.
150. Right. If Microsoft is really trying to get people, they might even fucking go out the gate and say 200. Who knows? They might even do something.
I don't think
they might.
They were selling TVs. They were selling TVs with Xbox Ones for 500. You're telling me?
You're right though.
Okay.
You're right though.
Yeah. But a laptop with an Xbox One for $700. Come on, they were giving away consoles for free.
Yeah. That Surface Pro Xbox One too. They were doing it.
That's what I'm saying. Surface Pro is actually pretty nice. I tried it out at the Microsoft store. So I mean, they definitely was giving out Xbox Ones for free out here. Like, it was crazy.
Yeah, I think you buy a Windows Surface Pro, you get a free Xbox.
That's what I'm saying. Yep. Like, shit crazy. With Phil Spencer's signature on it. Shit.
I mean, that's what I'm saying.
I'm done.
I don't know. Like, I don't know how Sony would have handled it if the shoe was on the other foot. Like, I don't think they would have did as much shit as Microsoft's been doing to try to catch up. Honestly, you know what I mean? All the price drops and all that. I think Sony would have just said, "Hey, we'll see y'all next generation," or Nintendo too. We'll see y'all or not. Like, I don't know.
Next generation.
So I forgot to mention while we was talking about the Pokemon Go that there's a game that's going to be sort of like Smash Brothers. This is a little trailer for the game.
Shout out to Prop for this.
So with with Pokemon coming out, could potentially change some of the way that developers approach mobile gaming. Like, and that's how you know somebody doing some shit where they make people really go back in the lab and try to basically do some of the same stuff. So with Pokemon Go working the way it is, there's going to be a game. What's this game is called? If I can find
Rollout.
Rollout.
Yeah.
Yep.
8-player platforming game.
Mm.
So you can team up with people on the street and all that stuff. It's going to be a lot like the Pokemon Go setup. So, it is coming out.
It looks clean too.
said
I'm not
mobile?
I
gonna lie.
loved it, yo. That's guaranteed buy for me. As long as they don't fuck
That's a
up.
mobile
2017 is
What is
coming
that,
out.
You
guys?
know what?
Is that a
I'm
mobile?
sorry. I got that confused. It's not like Pokemon Go. It is like
Yeah,
Super
that's-
Smash Brothers.
No, not Pokemon Go. Super
I
Smash.
was wondering
My
where you
bad.
got that from.
Yeah,
but I was gonna
my
look
bad.
at it.
My apologies. I got the articles mixed
Hold
up.
on. Is this a mobile game? Oh no,
No,
my
no,
bad.
no.
Smash
It's
the one that's
not,
like
No.
It's not
This
mobile
shit
at
look
all.
crazy.
I got it
That
confused.
shit look dope.
But it is like Smash
Yeah.
Brothers coming out to PS4, Xbox, and PC. 8
It looks
player.
smooth, man.
And it's for
Very
all
nice.
consoles, not just like an exclusive Sony. Remember
When
the
is that
bad
drop?
Battle
Is it
Royal shit.
2015? I'm about to like hit up the dev. Like,
Wait, what's the date for it? The release date? The year?
There's not.
2017 next year.
It looked nice in the trailer. So
I'll
I
take
hope
It does,
I'll take
it's
an L
man,
for
it does.
confusing the articles. But yeah, this has nothing to do with Pokemon Go. My apologies, yo.
He'll go.
And hold
This
on,
is
give
going
me an
to
L
my
for
Oh,
that.
they always want to talk about Pokemon Go.
I'll take it.
They always talking about Pokemon.
You know what though? I still want to give credit to a game called Brawlhalla. They that's another fun one. That's like a spinoff of like a spiritual successor of Super Smash Bros. But this one too, man. Yo, bring all these games on, bro.
This looks clean.
This looks
Shit
clean.
really
This ain't Ralph though. This ain't Smash, fam.
Come on,
It
yo.
don't matter to me
You
though.
already
I do
know
it.
that. But
What
we
is
need
this, like
those
platform?
alternatives on
Like
other
platform?
platforms,
I
you
know,
know.
that's cool.
I'm not
It
because
just-
I'm not gonna buy a Wii. I want to play Smash, man.
This ain't Smash. It ain't Ralph. This is not Ralph.
This is like Levi's, yo. But I'll
It
take
look-
that.
You said
Look,
Levi's.
just
Levi's
from that-
is legit.
Levi, chill out. From that 6-minute trailer, it looked better than PlayStation All Star Battle.
Yo, don't do that to me. They
done.
doing that. Oh god, dude.
That shit was ass, and they wrong
What?
for that. They had me hyped.
So,
Some bullshit.
I don't know. Speaking of funny games, so Evolve. We shit on
My bad. Go
Evolve.
ahead. Okay, yeah, my bad.
Hold on,
Right,
though.
he said funny games.
That's funny.
I mean,
Game is-
like,
I'm waiting for South Park.
Evolve was about
Right.
that bullshit. Like,
He
if you
transitioned
wanted
to
100% content between the DLC and all that shit, it was like, I think I recall us saying it was around $230 for you to buy the game, the season
$250,
pass. I'm sorry, sir. $250. $250 for you to play Evolve and get all the content. It was ran like a free-to-play model with a very expensive tag, even though it wasn't free-to-play. Well,
Yes.
Evolve
Yeah.
is now
Shit.
free-to-play, which it should have been from the beginning with all that shit they had on there. So, recently, their player base, and I'm not making this number up, it was around 200 people, and that was it. Like, you would run into
Yeah.
the same couple hundred people, and then obviously when you talk
That's
about
sad.
like regions and stuff like that, you probably ran into the same few players all the time for people that are still playing this. So when they moved it to the free-to-play, they went from 200 players to 51,000 players on Saturday, which is good.
That's
So-
crazy.
Amazing.
So
That's
the
really
community
good.
is
That's
coming back
crazy.
together because it's not going to cost
Ain't
them.
nobody coming. Yo, screw this, man.
I mean, you go from 200
Come
to
on,
50,000, bro. Like,
No, I'm not knocking them with the numbers, but shit, then they should have been free to play from the jump. They would have probably had
That's
100.
what I'm
Oh
saying.
yeah, easy.
that's
easy.
what I'm saying. And
Bullshit.
I mean, from what I've heard from people that played it, they were more disappointed with the price and all that stuff than they were with the actual gameplay. They thought the gameplay wasn't bad. They just didn't think it was worth the price of
That's
admission.
just like hide and seek to me. That game got me mad.
Yeah, a lot of people complained about the maps too.
But the biggest thing now, fellas, is how long do people stick around? You know, like
That's
that
very important,
out the
because people
gate. That's
try.
beautiful. But let's see,
Yeah.
longevity wise, next week this could be like a, like this you could hear an echo in this game after, you know.
Get
So-
right back to 200. I mean, at least
Right.
half of them.
right back to
I think they'll have
200
a
again.
okay community. You never
That was
free
one
to
of
play.
the
I think so
first
too.
games
I think so
that
too.
got
I'm
me
being
impressive,
hopeful.
Remember?
That was one of the first who?
That was one. Remember, that was one of the early games that we saw footage of that we were like, damn, that should look next gen. Remember it was graphically
That shit had
impressive.
me hyped until
That shit
it
was
came out.
poopy, yo. That shit sucked. I don't care. Give me garbage. Look at my stats. I ain't got none.
Wow, I'm done.
Oh man. Nah, that
Based
game's supposed to be lit. They went up 26,000, making it free to play. Can't be mad at them.
mean, shit, Call of Duty did the same thing. Black Ops 1 and then Red Dead. Yo, Red Dead Online. I'm fucked. I'm never playing that shit.
Red Dead Online.
Red Dead Redemption's multiplayer is hacked to the T, fam.
I don't know what niggas expected, to be honest.
Bro, I got shot by invisible people.
And this being free to play, I wonder how many people would start spending money in the game. Actually, I don't know. I don't know.
Nick probably spent money on.
Nick too quick.
DLC.
Already buying it now. Thanks for the heads up, guys. Nah.
Nick is the DLC man. It's crazy.
That's funny. Nick will buy it. Nobody else.
What did they add to the game after they made it free to play? What did they change about it?
Nothing.
Just made it free. You know, people love free shit, so.
Damn.
Is it only free? Is it only free on Steam or is it free on console too?
I think it's just
no. I thought it was, PC or Xbox One. No, not.
I'll look it up.
I think it's only for Steam for now. I think.
Doesn't matter what that shit's poopy, yo.
I upgraded in life, yo. I got my tablet. I ain't got the little paper. You know,
what type of tablet you got, Chase?
Plug.
I got a Galaxy.
Hey, okay.
Getting on
that. The shit was on sale for the low. I don't want to hear shit about no fucking iPad. iPad is nice, but I ain't paying $700. I'm not paying $700.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, bro.
Yeah, I like Galaxy. Thought you made
because you know the Apple dudes.
Somebody
delete your comment. Delete your comment. Delete your comment.
Right, like somebody after Chase, like
instantly in the chat, he act like
I ain't regretting.
Man, they be waiting, bro. They wait for the slip up, bro. Going back to Microsoft, we got hyped up. Not we, just we. I mean, like people around the world was excited if you was on PC because they said all the games was coming to goddamn PC. Well, apparently, Microsoft has stated they reneged. That's what we call reneging right there. They are saying that the games announced at E3 are the ones coming to PC, and that every game that is an Xbox exclusive today, they might change their mind tomorrow. That doesn't mean that every game coming to Xbox is going to be on the PC. So we shall see. Whatever that
you mean
means.
Exclusive games, or you mean just games that touch?
Exclusive.
But they did say that at the
They did say it. Exactly. That's why I said they reneged. They definitely said it, but now they went back and reevaluated the situation and they changed it a little bit. But my question is this: if you send all these games from E3 to PC, that's the only thing that we know is coming out. So we don't give a fuck about games that haven't been announced yet. All the games that matter are coming to PC anyway. They're talking about shit that's not even out in the public eye yet. So,
like what? Crackdown?
Hey, yo, real talk. Hey, that's another thing. Where is Crackdown? Where is Final Fantasy VII? Where is Shenmue? Where are the games?
Where are the games?
Because they showing shit at E3 from last year that we didn't even see gameplay for this year.
Nothing, bro. Nothing.
Quiet.
How does that happen? That's what happens when you ain't got nothing to show that's coming out.
Hey, just start reaching, yo. What y'all working on?
Right.
Yep.
We
had nothing but prototypes. We don't give a fuck. Show them. Show them.
That's some bullshit.
So, I don't.
Stop reneging, bro.
Yeah.
Renege.
Yeah, man. Stop reneging. Man. Yeah, you never played Spades, Ricky. You play Spades?
Huh? Did he say he'll be back?
No, hold on. Let me move this out.
No, my bad. Nah. You ain't
you play Spades?
I want to see his face.
Said if I play Spades, a couple times.
You know what reneging is, right?
I heard of the term.
Okay,
but I heard of the term.
All right, all right.
You gonna try to expose it because you see if my tone would have went out of reach, you would have then got me because I wrote it down a notch. Can't get me. So who does default pick wearing? Oh, damn.
Yeah, shut up.
My bad, King. I apologize.
And other exciting news.
Shut up. That's not how you use that word.
He always do that. Assassin's Creed. Ubisoft does not expect to make much money from the movie. So if anybody that hasn't been here and hasn't been keeping up, Assassin's Creed is not coming out this year, but they're going to bring out a movie. And I think they had 3 movies planned. One is supposed to be coming out this year. And the head of Ubisoft Europe, whatever. He's quoted, "We are not going to earn a lot of money from it." You damn fucking right. Ain't nobody going to go see that shit. And then he proceeds to say, the movie is an opportunity to promote its popular video game franchise. Really? Who don't know about Assassin's Creed, the video game? They know people just ain't buying it like they were before because you keep putting them out every year, and then you turn around and gave us 2 in a year, plus you made the mobile version a console version. So you gave us 3 Assassin's Creed games within a 12-month period, and you think people don't know what game this is? Sir.
Bro, and to boot, did you see the E3 presentation on the movie? Did we look interesting then? No, get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, come on, let's be real. What the hell are you trying to fool?
I'm just saying, like, we know you're not going. I mean,
that shit was caca,
They gonna make the money back. It's probably gonna do okay, but
even.
Yeah, it ain't gonna be like Warcraft.
But Chase, you remember? You remember the pre-order incentives for the movie too? You remember that?
What were those?
What?
You remember they had? I think it's for Assassin's Creed, or was it Warcraft? I forget. They had pre-order incentives. If you pre-order the tickets at a certain level, you get like a. Oh, that was Warcraft.
I'm not sure.
No. You remember the crossbow? You remember we were talking about the crossbow?
You might be on to something. I don't remember.
I forget. But yeah, it's some crazy shit. I'm done.
At any rate.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. Yeah, you're right, Terry. Google it. I'm about to hit that.
So we got another movie coming out. Tomb Raider's getting a reboot for 2018. That's gonna be better than goddamn Assassin's Creed. I know that shit.
I'm definitely sure on that one. So, at least people care about Tomb Raider movies so far.
Exactly. So we'll see that. There's not a whole lot of info on that. It just says March 16, 2018. That's official solid release date right there. So that's still gonna take a couple years.
Damn, they gave a direct day already.
All right, more TV stuff. Battlefield TV shows in development right now.
Why?
I was like, let's go. What is that?
All right, guys.
Anybody got a guess?
Up our favorite franchise. Let's get it.
I wouldn't.
I want to know who's gonna say they're interested.
I would have more confidence if a lot of the video game to movie or TV stuff was good. A lot of it doesn't work. Some of it works. Obviously, Warcraft they killed it, but it was really because of China, I think. But still, that shit actually looked good though.
I linked it in the chat. You got to check that out. The pre-order incentives, bro. They got to have
pre-ordering fucking movie tickets. This is where we're at.
Oh, it's not the tickets. I thought you were talking about the game. Fuck that.
No, the tickets for the
movie tickets. No, I'm good.
More TV stuff. Marvel and Fox are teaming up for an X-Men TV series.
There we go. That's interesting. There we go.
They have good actors. I am so tired of these damn shows with these good brands, good concepts, and then the acting is just like you're laughing because like the way some of these people deliver their lines is like it's terrible. Like Gotham actually has pretty good actors on there. Not everybody's great, but it's good. Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? Nah, bruh.
Nah, bruh.
Flash? Some of the people on Flash are okay, but just no. We'll see.
I heard Supergirl is like ass cheeks.
Is
that
ass cheeks and like
just terrible? Like I tried to watch one episode and the fighting looked terrible, and I didn't even want to hear it. Oh my god.
Sound like a nightmare, right?
Oh god!
I tried.
Like you got shanked.
Oh god! Like you got physically hurt.
Somebody asked if we're talking about TV. Why not? Xbox did it for a whole year.
Damn! Come on, Chase.
I'm done. Chase going in. All right.
I'm sorry.
I'm done.
I'm sorry.
Why not? Xbox did it for a whole year.
No, because if people can bring up Joe Montana, then I could bring that up. Fucking even, guys.
Come on, man.
In other non-exciting news,
went wild.
we mentioned this before, but it's apparent. This has to be sensationalized right here. Share HBO Go or Netflix passwords could now be considered a federal crime.
Yes. What?
All right, I got Netflix. I got my own password. How many people in here got other people's networks? Matter of fact, people in the chat, how many of y'all got y'all grandma's Netflix or somebody you don't even know how you got their password?
I ain't gonna snitch on myself.
Keep
Oh
it
yeah,
above.
wait. Chase trying to get y'all caught up. Hold on.
Right. Y'all be careful out there.
These streets, yeah. Him a DM or email. Don't let him.
The
get
next thing you know, next week we have 100 live viewers.
Chase got them all locked up.
Right. Come on, Chase.
But Netflix is not behind that though. They said they still want us to stream and stuff.
Yeah,
That was
Netflix
just
is
under
cool.
something else, a whole different
Yeah,
situation.
all right. But and I think you can only have 2 if you got an account. Only 2 active computers can be used in the account at once. I think.
Yes.
It's 2.
With two
It's
devices.
2.
Okay, 2 devices.
Yeah,
So-
2 devices on anything. Yes. There you go. Rick.
So if they policing it, I don't understand why somebody else feels the need to come in here.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Like,
Yeah.
who asked for this?
Nobody.
Let's see.
You know what happened?
Go ahead, Ricky.
I'll tell you what happened. All right, so basically, I don't know. It was some employer borrowed his friend's password to access some database, and I don't know. I think he kind of mentioned it to someone or got fired, and kind of mentioned it and was I think sued. In the court ruling stated as it's under the Computer Fraud and Abuse Act, and now Netflix fell under that. I don't know if Hulu falls under it, but I know Netflix and HBO Go. But CEO of Netflix came out and was like, listen, that's our whole motto. We want you guys to share, with your family and friends. My only thing is if you get caught up, it'll have to be because an asshole was like calling the cops or something and say, hey, look, he took my password. Then you're doing some time because that's a federal crime. That's corny.
Why is it
I feel-
well, how about
I feel like the
fucking
main
giving
people-
messed up water? How about that being a crime? Fuck.
How would that be a crime? Who would get?
Flint,
get
Michigan.
Talking about
Oh, the whole okay. How about they water be a crime?
Get an L for that fame.
What? Wait, what?
Who we getting? Man, the
man.
government.
That dude got fined 900,000. Lord Jesus.
900.
Yeah, I would just faint if I see that.
Nah, you just gotta go in the corner and cry.
I was straight Suge Knight, bro. I would just faint right there.
You hit somebody with a car?
Bruh.
I wouldn't hit nobody with a car, goddamn.
That's the Suge Knight.
Yeah.
That is
That's
the
a
true
Suge
definition
Knight.
of
That's
a
the
Suge Knight at this
definition.
point.
And
Gotta
you'll
run
hit
somebody
multiple
over.
people, not just one. You got to hit multiple.
No,
people.
yeah, wait, y'all didn't see that joint when he fainted in the court when they announced how much
he
his
did.
bail
He
was?
definitely did.
They said 25 million. That man passed out.
He
He was like,
definitely
oh.
He definitely bruh. All right. Before I forget, since we were speaking about X-Men, Marvel Ultimate Alliance is coming to PS4 and Xbox One. Shout out to Prophecy for that. I decided to mention that. Now, that's one of them games that's fun as shit, and it's like you have to play this with your friends. Like you have to play that game. It's not that it's a great game. The shit is fun as hell though. So, I don't know how that's gonna look, but I'm fucking with it. Matter of fact, we can play that when Prophecy get his PC.
Hey.
Marvel Ultimate Alliance on PC. Let's get it. What?
Wait, how much is the cost, Chase?
It should be cheap.
It better be cheap. It better
Yeah,
be cheap.
it's old.
But Sony, they
Oh, then if it's an old joint, then let's
yeah,
get
but
it.
they were
That ain't
charging
nothing.
us $15 to play PS2 games, bruh.
Bruh, somebody said Blockbuster. Yeah, chill out. Come on, go ahead. Come on, man.
Yeah, my brother lives in like an isolated.
No late fees. That's because if you keep that shit longer than 4 days, they tell you own the game. That shit on the receipt said
Bruh.
you will own the game in 4 days. That's why there wasn't no motherfucking late fees.
Wait, who used to say that? Blockbuster?
Because remember, there was late fees.
Not mine.
There was late fees, and then there was the no late fee rule. But if you didn't give your game
Oh, I
back
didn't
That's
or
know
you
fucked
moved
that.
it
up.
back in a certain amount of days,
That's
then they would just
fucked up.
charge you for the game. So it would say that you will
Wow.
own this game.
That's
in
why I ain't
7
rock with
days.
Blockbuster. Yeah, that's why people steal games now. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, how could I forget?
Wow.
Abel's favorite game, No Man's Sky, is only 6 gigabytes.
Oh, yeah, that game is
Why
garbage.
it's so direct?
That's
though?
segue,
It
huh?
just say
I have every time we say No Man's Sky, we have to blame it on Abel because he doesn't like it at all.
favorite game. No man.
Yo, listen, yeah,
Come on, man.
listen.
It's 6 gigs, bruh.
Yo, no.
Speak up.
But listen. People,
Alright.
people have been correcting me left and right. They're like, Abel, it's 6 gigabytes of audio. The rest of the game is stored on server client base side, like i.e. Minecraft. So people were telling me like, no, chill out because it's like the audio. That's all it is. The rest of the game is hosted via a client server. So I'm just like, okay, but still, I can't wait. I cannot wait,
this
bro.
shit say-
Hey, hold
can't
on. You
wait.
really want to
Audio
play that?
60
Hold on, hold on.
No. I want to check. I have to check it out, bro.
How
I
much
have to
dialogue
now.
is
I
that game?
have
Man,
to.
but-
That
like
game looks
creatures?
fucking poopy.
I mean, sometimes if you think a game is trash, you gotta play it just to see if
I have to
it
check it out, bro. I have
watch
to.
it play.
I'm just
I'm
not playing
I'm
Minecraft.
paying for
but,
that shit.
Oh, whoa, hold on,
What's
sir.
wrong with Minecraft?
Sir, we had this talk already, sir.
all right,
You said
look,
you-
okay, I'll play the Minecraft story if you beat Mighty Number 9. Do we have a deal?
Ooh.
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 You say you ain't.
Do we have a deal?
Yeah.
We gotta,
Yo.
Hey,
Time out. I play
we should start- I
Minecraft.
think we should start doing that.
bro, I told you that
Shut
last week. You didn't even acknowledge it. Yo, I'm out of here.
No. I did acknowledge it. I did acknowledge
We
it.
out of here, guys.
I
You're trying to
definitely
make it sound like that was his
we
idea.
made a deal.
Nah,
We
it's
made a
idea,
deal
yo.
of some
Came
kind.
up with it on
We
the
made it.
spot.
I don't
yeah.
remember what it was, but I
Go,
think
Chase, go.
I think once a month or every other month, we should all make each other play a game that we don't want to play,
No,
and you gotta beat that
Chase.
shit, yo.
Oh my.
Matter of
Yo,
fact,
hey,
one in
sir,
the
let me
chat,
just
if we should make
Oh.
somebody play a game they don't want to play.
That's
Let me
that's
just
not.
put this out.
That's so.
Don't let
fucked.
Chase get the credit for this.
Cause you know-
That's a great idea, Chase.
I think it is a
Why-
fantastic
Yo,
idea.
don't start this mess.
Man.
This is gonna be This is gonna break friendships.
We looking at trophies. So you can say, yo, I played.
Oh, not the trophy.
Oh.
Damn.
Hold on, you're
Not the
making me buy
trophies.
this
He's
game,
running
sir?
my credit score. Oh my god.
Right. They really take them
Nah, let me
trophies.
It ain't
I got
gotta
the
be every
game.
month, but
Got
maybe
the
every
game.
couple months. We could, yeah. I like that idea.
Jesus, do we? Yeah.
No, but Chase, all
Y'all
right,
be
if we're
playing
doing
like
that,
the
Chase,
most
you know what
ass
you're gonna have
games
to play
ever
for
now.
me,
Y'all
right?
know that?
You can't beat
That's it.
Minecraft, so you can't put that on me.
No,
Can't beat
Sir.
Minecraft?
No.
sir. Nah,
Shit,
you,
what?
Be Minecraft.
Oh my god, yo, that is such a good challenge, but that's so effed at the same time. Like I'm.
That's
oh my
the idea,
God.
is that you
They about
all
to
That's
have
play.
so-
y'all-
it's
yeah,
good,
y'all
but
playing
it's
some
bad.
I'm making you
trash,
play
yo.
Grand Theft Auto 5. I'm making you play all
Oh.
Mass Effect.
Wait, what happened if
Wait,
you
wait,
don't
one
do
at
it?
a
though?
time.
What's the punishment if you don't do it? If they catch
I
you
got
not
one.
doing it?
No, it's not. It's like a fun thing.
Yeah, it's just
Yes.
it's like Jackass. Like you can't back out of the stunt. Once you sign up, you in there. So let's just
I got one for Ricky.
Bro, they feeling the
so
chat.
let's
God
say
damn.
we're
They
not
in
gonna do
that
it
chat.
today. We're gonna wait till Prophecy get back on, and then we'll. So if we were to do it today,
Fuck.
I'm trying to figure out what game y'all would have to make me play.
Minecraft.
Oh.
I already got one for.
I don't want to play a Minecraft story, so that would be a good one. What,
Oh yeah,
Bruh.
that's a good one.
Yeah, that is a good one actually.
Episode. But that sucks because I know you're gonna enjoy it. Like that game is
No,
actually
he's
fun.
not. No, he's
No.
not. Don't even
King,
say
King,
come
I
on.
want you to play video games.
No, I
period.
got you. No, Ricky, I got you. You be playing as Tony Hawk.
Ricky with
You
the
be playing as Tony
crap.
Hawk, fam. Ricky would be playing
Bro,
Tony
I
Hawk.
played Tony Hawk with you.
No,
can't
you
make
would
me
have
play a
to
game-
beat. You would have to finish the career. Yo.
No, that's
come on.
wrong. Don't do that.
You ain't even played. Well, you did,
Yo,
but you didn't
don't
beat
do
it.
that,
No,
man.
I didn't beat it. I
So you
couldn't
can't
do it.
make him beat it if you ain't beat it. Come
No, that's not fair. Okay, all right. No.
Yes,
Well-
it is because I got one more episode left in Minecraft.
All right, so maybe that's a
so-
gray area. We would have to determine the rules. We would need to come up with a set
Nah,
of
bro,
rules.
we shouldn't make each other even touch
Ah.
Tony Hawk. So like that shouldn't even be, that's just
No.
bullshit.
Okay, all
It's
right.
that bullshit.
All right.
man.
All right. So
Come on,
does it have to be at least respectable?
Yeah, Minecraft story mode from Telltale Games is not even something as a diss. That's
All
not
right.
even
So
just.
if I made Abel play Watch Dogs, would that be okay?
Oh,
Bro, didn't he rate that
no.
game like a 9?
Come
Nah, you gotta
on,
make
bro.
it like Mass Effect.
bro.
Oh,
I'm not playing Mass Effect.
Bruh,
Bruh.
I'm not
Nah.
playing it.
You gotta play Mass
That's where he
Effect.
drew the line there, yo. I'm not playing
Nah,
Minecraft.
Mass Effect. How long
Nah.
does it take to even beat that
No,
game?
you know
Like,
what? I know what game he gotta play. Spider-Man.
All right.
I'm
So
not doing that.
maybe you don't have to beat it, but maybe you got to put 8 hours into a game.
8 hours?
And to which one? Which
Into
one?
whatever.
Chase?
No, we got to assign each other games.
All right.
It's a
All right.
challenge.
Okay.
I like this idea.
I don't like that.
Man,
Oh man, I don't
I
like that.
like.
We can get
Wait,
everybody out
April,
of
you
their
ever played
comfort
GTA
zone.
5?
Abel,
Play
all you
GTA
Yeah, I
gotta do
play
is
GTA 5.
Oh damn,
just
no,
open
then I
the
can't
game
make a
and
play that.
pause it for 8 hours, yo. Leave it on while you leave the house.
You can't do that.
Your 8 hours.
You can't.
No.
We checking trophies, dog. So
Checking trophy,
Ain't
dog.
8 hours worth
well,
of
Mass
trophies,
Effect
bruh.
is a classic, but everybody don't like everything. So that's why
Yeah,
we
yeah.
have to pick a game for the person that we know they don't like. You know what I'm saying? Like I like Watch Dogs, so they couldn't tell me like it wouldn't help. I don't like Minecraft, so that I'm trying to think what else.
Wait, what?
Damn.
Oh
Hey,
man.
I mean, we could pick a
So-
game that's straight up garbage. I think there's fun in that. Like, for
All right,
me.
so play Rambo. Yeah.
It was about
Come on.
That's fucked up, yo.
That's a back reach too. God, he said play Rambo.
Damn. I like. We need to come up with a name for this, yo.
We should do. That's a great idea, though. In all honesty, it's a great idea.
Yo,
But
chat,
I don't want to
Gotta
do
do
it.
something.
We need a name for it because it's a challenge of some kind. You gotta.
We need your name suggestions.
It has to be on PS4 or PS3.
Yo, let the chat come up with the name.
Yeah. If you guys could not, but like a real name, legit. Like come
Yeah,
up with
get a
legit name,
It's a
good name for
challenge.
the challenge.
Like,
name.
Yeah.
Do the reason GMG night. That's not that.
Able play No, bro, that's fucking insane.
No, he already put time into that though. He actually did before that game.
I
guess.
did.
Yeah.
That's
8 hour. So maybe 6 hours.
I know. You know what, Chase? I could make you.
If we
play
only doing
NBA
it once
Live.
a month, you should be able to put 8 hours in.
Chase, you willing to play NBA Live, sir?
I will play. Come on, man. Honestly,
What?
Bruh.
I'm not playing
What?
no live, yo.
Honestly, I love
it. No. Come on, man.
All right,
How
now
would you
I'll play it. Oh, hey, yo, he said props. He got to play the
8
division.
Hey, he got to play what?
The division.
Wait, 8 more hours.
Wait,
Okay,
you said
and
Brock
here's
gotta
the
play-
other stipulation. By the way, if y'all can't tell, this is just like the post show. We're done with all the news stuff. It has to be. You cannot play with another person. Like I
You
can't.
got single player.
Yeah, I can't tell Ricky to play Dead Rising. I'm just using that for example. And then he playing multiplayer with somebody else. You gotta play by yourself.
That's so fucked up.
I got a suggestion for Ricky.
All right,
Suggestion.
I'm taking notes right now.
Yeah, what's up?
What's the suggestion?
Somebody
So
said
in about
Godzilla on PS4, yo.
Oh,
Fuck
who
that,
knows
yo.
about that game? Come
All right,
on,
hold
man.
on. So
So in
Yo,
about
they're saying they're calling it 8 hours of hell, 6
the
hours of hell.
6 hour challenge, I like that.
Yeah.
so
I
in
like
about,
that.
Hold on. What was Terry gonna say? What were we gonna say?
in about a month or so, Killer Instinct is about to get a single player update called Shadow Lords.
I wouldn't
My
even
name Ricky.
And for
You know
Ricky,
what?
and wait, let me finish.
Wait,
so
special.
so you play it. You got to pick 3 characters and all this other bullshit. But the worse you do, the harder it gets.
Damn.
So, and when you get to the final boss, if you do terribly, the final boss will be fucking OP. Like you damn near impossible to play.
Hey, make it like
So
that.
Ricky, no. This is even worse than that. Like you can get to a point where you could hit him and he don't give a fuck that you hit him. He can do 40% damage with one hit, like shit like that. It get that bad if you do shitty. So I kind of want Ricky to play that and finish it. Like you don't have to do it on the hardest difficulty or anything like that, but just play it.
Wait, can you restart that? If he get OP, can you restart the whole thing?
Yeah, you have to start from the
No,
beginning.
is that
though.
shit even
Okay.
playable
Hey,
at this point?
I'm looking at these names, yo. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I see the GMG 6 hour challenge. I see the 6 hour struggle. Somebody said fucked up Fridays. We're gonna have to make it fucked up Wednesdays because the podcast is on Wednesday. The no reneging challenge.
No reneging challenge.
8 hours of hell. We're gonna have to come
like
together. Let me see.
That's just savage. I can't believe Terry put that shit out there, bro.
I like this. I think this is gonna be
but-
hilarious.
That's why I said it was a great idea, Chase. You know what I'm saying? Much better than Ricky. Go ahead, though.
Shit, what game?
Well, yo, I'm no okay with that.
Well, Ricky came up with the embryo. You know what I'm saying? He came with the embryo, and as a collective unit with the viewers, we're gonna turn this into a successful, productive member of society.
Yeah, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. Even though I hate this is gonna be good.
Fuck this game.
Thank you guys.
Hey,
We
Jane
love
God
you.
told me to play
Thanks.
Snoopy's Grand Adventure. Chill, bro.
Oh shit.
Damn.
What?
Whack ass Wednesday. I like that. Flash out the fly.
Whack ass wins.
Okay, that's Wednesday.
Yeah, I like that.
Wow.
The I ain't playing this shit challenge.
Another one, Ricky.
You know
got
what's
to
gonna
beat
happen?
down
Somebody gonna mess around and play
Hell.
one of these games and like the shit.
Hell yeah.
True.
Believe
Oh, imagine that.
I'm
have a
not-
playthrough on their
I
channel.
mean, I don't mind
Fucking challenge, what?
because I started playing it a little bit on PC, but I don't
Okay,
wanna,
I'm just
I want to play it.
I'm just trying to take down some of these. Y'all know what?
Week
I
Wednesday.
wonder if y'all.
You know what? I know what I want.
This chat is gonna go away because YouTube deletes all the live comments once the podcast goes
Email
up.
us it. Email it.
Y'all could
Gotta
tweet
play
it to us. Y'all could email it to us.
Yeah,
It'll
definitely.
retweet.
Whatever. I'm writing down. I'm writing down some of the names now.
Yo, Chase, you know what you should do?
What's that?
you should, once you get like all the tweets and you like narrow it down to like 4, just put up a little Twitter poll and let them vote.
We
for
can
last-
do that
Straw
too.
yeah.
Trash
Straw-
ass Thursdays, trash ass Wednesdays. Yeah, that's what I'll do. So for next
You know what,
week,
Chase?
what?
I know what I'll have you play.
So we gonna take the names and we gonna make a poll, and we'll have y'all vote on that all week, or maybe for next podcast, and then when Prophecy actually gets back on the show, we'll actually do our first challenge. We get a whole month to do that shit.
Damn, 8 hours out of money ain't terrible. That should be easy.
6. We're gonna make it 6. We're gonna make it 6.
I got a suggestion for a name.
That should be easy.
Yeah.
What?
Oh,
The L games. The L games.
The L games.
The L games.
the Hunger L game. No, something similar.
Stop.
That would have been dope.
All
Yo,
right.
you know what? I want you and Abel Chase to play either beat Bloodborne or bleed Dark Souls 3.
Well,
Oh my
Bruh.
6 hours.
That's
Bruh, 6 hours. You can't beat
Yeah,
it.
6 hours. You probably
hours
get
to
to like
that,
the first
bro?
boss. Yeah, never mind. That's
I mean, look, we might be able to come up with a stipulation that if somebody beats the game, then the person that challenged them.
Ooh.
Has to do-
okay.
They don't have to play a
Two.
game then.
Do
the
2
next time.
games?
No. If let's say Ricky tells me I gotta beat or I gotta play Minecraft. If I beat Minecraft before the next challenge,
Damn.
then the next thing he has to do 10 hours.
I feel like it should be
Yo,
even
mess
worse.
around. I get a notification
I
on
like-
Chase shit like at 1 a.m. saying Minecraft Story Mode episode 1. I'm like, man, my man's doing a walkthrough on this. Oh, straight shitting on me, yo. That's funny as hell.
He's gonna do a walkthrough.
I want you.
Either that
you know
or
what?
two games. We could probably. I like 2 games too.
I like 2 games more than
2
10
games
hours.
is that works too.
Oh, I
Two
got
games, what?
Ah,
I got 2 things I want to talk about real quick before the show here.
Yes, sir.
Yo, outro?
All right. First thing, Evo 2016 is this weekend. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it's gonna be nothing. It's what's the game list? The game list is Street Fighter 5, Killer Instinct, Mortal Kombat X, Smash 64. I mean Smash Melee, Smash Wii U. Am I missing something? What am I missing? Guilty Gear, and it was a couple others that I can't remember at the time. But that's this weekend. So watch that on Sunday. Street Fighter 5 will be on ESPN 2. If you just put your TV on the shit.
He
all right.
That
Like, yo,
Why, you're on
he
it?
thought
You're
you
on it or
scored
something?
abruptly in.
No. Like I
He just wants
figure,
support, I think.
Yeah. I figure you get that game to be something huge on TV. That'll be great for everything. Like the bigger Street Fighter gets, the bigger the other games can get because people are open to playing fighting games and having it on TV and stuff. The bigger that shit'll get. Like just put it on your TV, walk away.
You want us to support the fighting genre?
Yes.
No, just online. I'm thinking he's just going for competitive gaming online. Just to
Oh,
get
so
support,
cool.
so it grows.
I want Abel and Chase to play Homefront Revolution, the new one.
Ricky, no,
you can't,
bro.
You can't pick games until.
That exists today. Good call.
Yeah, we're waiting for prophecy, aren't we? Yeah,
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 I
yeah,
can put in games out there.
Y'all gonna have to make like a Google Doc and put a bunch of
Oh
games.
yeah,
lists.
somebody you got to record. You got to record too.
Oh
Yeah,
my!
record.
Yo,
Yeah,
you know what we should do? We should no.
We
We
can
should
reserve
make
that for the
a
end of the show.
no. Yo, we should make a GMG channel just for this, and we have to stream it as we're playing.
Like a Twitch or.
Oh man. You
Yeah,
know what?
just on
The
YouTube.
loser-
Just on
Yo, Chase,
YouTube.
And the
I was gonna say,
loser,
I like to see
you gotta
uploads of
dab. You have to dab.
Oh, that's light.
Oh,
You
see,
always
now
go-
that's too
see,
much.
You always,
up?
you always
You
go
can't
too
slide.
far.
Yeah.
You always go too
That's
far.
going far, yo.
Yeah.
How is that going
Bro,
far? Yo, my
I'm
man,
not-
you can't extend your elbows out and go like this.
I'm not.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
great
is 6
saying,
hours
man,
of gameplay.
Ain't gonna be no dabs, bruh.
Yo,
And
like-
the second thing I want to talk about, this just dropped like
His
a
man.
few hours ago.
he said,
So they're doing a Killer Instinct Definitive Edition, where you get everything for $30. So you get all the characters, you get all of the music from the original games, the new games. You get a bunch of like behind the scenes shit, some artwork, stuff like that, and it's a disc that they're putting out for $40 on September 20th. And I just
Sir,
want
you
to
really support this
Ricky,
shit.
you-
Yo, Terry's going in.
Oh, I'm not.
Terry,
Yo,
like, fuck
Terry.
y'all, yo.
Yo, Terry, you're trying to push us, or push me at least, in a world that I just don't belong. Killer Instinct doesn't get my heart and soul. I will not tune in the TV to watch dudes play as fucking General Nam or Ram, or whatever his name is.
General
I
Nam.
can't. I'm garbage at that game, dog. I can't.
I will say this: if I'm doing this challenge, I'm gonna bang it out via stream.
Wait, yeah. I'm about to
That's
say,
the
I think
only way.
I like,
I'm just gonna bang it out, Jordan.
Nah, you can't engage
y'all
Stream is not
uploading to a
required.
channel.
I don't want you
We can
to
stream it.
like, cause you want your core people to come in there. They might
But-
not want. They might like that shit.
No, bro. They're gonna. Oh, they like me
okay.
tortured.
Okay.
Even
All
if
right,
they don't like
torch
do
is
it to your
light.
own channel.
So we gonna come up with the official rules for the challenge, and we gonna come up with the name.
This is
for
great,
next
though.
week.
Yeah.
So if you just
yeah,
now
dope.
getting here, we're basically gonna come up with a challenge to force each other into playing bad games or games we don't like. Not bad games, but games that we know the other person doesn't like. At least every 4 to 6 weeks, to be fair, at least 6 hours. So we'll come up with the challenge too. I like this idea though. I might even talk to BG and see. You know what I mean?
Right. This is really good.
You dab.
So, but I think it's about time for us to wrap this up. Ricky, you're
Yo,
streaming.
Chase, you're gonna have to beat Thief. Yeah, I'm streaming after
Stop.
That's what I'm saying. There's so many games like this challenge could go on for quite some time. To be honest.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
The
yeah.
fact y'all doing it over a month gonna make it last longer.
Yeah.
For real. That's the. But I think if you guys do have any suggestions of the name. Oh, do we have a set name? No, right? You said email.
No,
us
we don't
through
have.
No,
We're
we're
gonna,
figuring it out.
We're going to take a couple names that we
A
like,
vote,
and we're going to have
yeah.
a poll. We'll let them
Pokemon
vote.
Go.
Make it interactive. You can't beat Pokemon
And what
Go.
I might very well do to be petty is just beat all the games I think you're going to pick. And you
Damn. Just ahead of
We're
time.
going to start with Minecraft story mode. I'm gonna beat
So
Thief.
petty.
You're gonna actually enjoy that one. Watch. That's why I'm mad
No,
that
you're
I'm
not.
gonna have you play. He's gonna
He's
enjoy
not.
it, bro. But no, I am gonna be streaming once again. Make sure you guys like it, share out the show. Is this the outros?
Rick, you're on the
and-
PS4.
And make
Yeah.
no mistake,
Oh, okay.
people that been on here more than 3 times, you are not safe. If you on here and it's challenge day,
Oh yeah, that's family. Yeah.
you
Come
gonna
on.
be. So both of y'all two, if y'all happen to be on it that week,
Come on, yo.
you gonna
That's
get
ridiculous.
the challenge, bruh. You ain't got to do it.
Yo, I'm telling you, Wednesdays now we're not gonna have no more guests now. They're just gonna be ducking it.
Yeah, like,
Yeah,
I'm
we're
busy.
gonna
I'm
reserve
sorry.
this segment for the end of the show because we know it's gonna take us a minute to get through all the madness.
Oh yeah.
So let's go ahead and get the outros. We'll start with Fame.
Hey.
I ain't prepared no outro, just like I ain't prepared intro. So if you fuck with me, you like me and all that, go to my channel. I host a podcast every month or so. That shit lit. And follow me on Twitter, KingFame4.
Okay,
Piece of shit.
that shit
That
lit.
shit lit.
All one word. That shit
That
lit.
shit lit.
Terry. All right, Terry.
Follow me on Twitter at the 18th King. Watch Evo, motherfuckers.
God damn.
Oh damn! All right,
No, if
good
you gonna play
damn.
like that, then let me go ahead and change my channel.
Put me down.
Hashtag play KI. Play Killer Stick, motherfuckers. And y'all have a good one. Stay cool out here. It's hot as fuck outside, for real. For real. Like,
All right.
y'all have a good one.
All right. And shout out to Bad Luck. We gonna get you
Bad
amped
Luck.
up. We gonna get you up here 2 more times. You're gonna be part of the challenge. Go ahead, Ricky.
I just want to say thanks to KingFame and Terry for being here. Terry, especially, man, you gotta come more. King, of course, bro. You already- King,
Damn.
you family, bro. I'm saying, bro. You've been here 3 times. You're gonna get this work.
So if
soon.
y'all want to see Ricky get his ass whooped in GTA, also check that stream.
Nah, of course. No, I'm saying, man. Nah, 'cause I feel bad, brother Terry, would be working on Wednesday, so he ain't able. So it's cool to have him on. Of course, King, of course. But make sure you guys like this video.
Yes.
Email us at the gmgfanmail@gmail.com. And if you want to see, or if you want to join the GTA live stream, I'm gonna have it right now on my YouTube channel. I'm not even messing with the Twitch right now; it's still fucked up. But I'm gonna be live streaming now. If y'all want to join in, just add my PSN. I'll have it right now in the chat. But yeah, thanks for having me again, and for the fellas to be here. Let's go.
Okay. Abel.
Yo, shout out to everybody. And yeah, guys, great idea with the challenge. That's gonna be dope for next week. I'm really not looking forward to it, but that really is fun.
It'll be some weeks before it happens, though.
Okay. Oh, well, that's even better.
Yeah.
But shout out to everybody that has came through, guys. Make sure you like the video and check us out next week. And hopefully our boy Prof is back and we get this shit going.
All right.
So, yo, and shout out to the guests too, Terry and my boy King. Thank you, guys, boys, for coming through. Salute to everybody, man.
All right. That is it for this week. GMG Show Live, episode 124. We'll see you all next Wednesday around 5 o'clock. So be prepared to vote. And hopefully we'll get Prophecy back as soon as possible because he dipped up out of here when this challenge came up. We out.